Alrighty, y'all know the drill here. Here is our recap. I will make we set up camp the top line the next time. So pause. Whoops, sorry. Here we go. Pause. And pause. Alrighty, there's your recap. And recording has been started. I have already captured the recap, so we don't have to worry about that.
Blink.
Sorry, I'm plotting over here. Don't mind me.
Plotting?
Just make
No, nothing. No, everything's fine. Not to worry.
I should, for my sake, pop that out.
You look like you've been electrocuted, dude.
Look, I can tell that everyone is back at the desk now. Are we recording? Are we on the internet?
Yes, I said that approximately 1 minute ago.
Hi, Internet.
So, I am assuming by now everyone has finished reading the recap.
Yes, I believe so.
I mean, we did.
Love it.
We did some fights. The Moon Bros.
What?
Everyone's happy. Things are good.
So,
The future is bright.
That's the button.
sure. You just tell yourself that, Dusk.
I do.
Wait, what is he telling himself?
The future is bright, he says. So, we ended the session with Dusk casting the dome and everybody going to bed. And I would like to announce that you will wake up on day 43 unmolested. It is Thorn 13, and you are in the midst of the Farmer's Bar forest.
So I may officially poke my long rest button?
Yes, please.
Boopity boopity. Oh god.
Did we poke the long rest button yet?
I don't know. Do it just in case.
And her to do it an extra time.
Yeah, we don't short rest long enough or often enough for that to be a problem.
True.
I have put the shape of a dome around your little icon-y bits, but I guess the dome should go away now because, well, it's more.
It's gone.
No more dome.
What are you gonna do?
Foggy is looking a little pensive this morning, but he's just sort of relaxing.
Just chilling. He's vibing.
Yeah.
So over breakfast. Over breakfast, the Snaps asks Rasa what her blade is looking like these days.
It's still not whole.
But you haven't really, since Urine's been in the picture.
You guys are springing on me. That's really fucking early. I don't know how much it's changed since Urine was in the picture, other than, you know, the fact that she stood up for the fact herself with the fact that she didn't want to go back, or that she had no of going back.
Yeah, I don't recall if there was any fighting after you made that declaration.
Not with him, at least. He said I just had to appease people by... Those are the inspos, but...
Final product.
No, that's
As refreshing my memory here, it never looks different to us, but to you it does.
It never looks different to you, and I'm trying to find, because when we did the the pictures, I actually had her do different iterations in it. And of course, I can't find it now because then I would be able to show you slightly better about what it's looking like now. Where it's mostly the blade itself is still jagged and broken. But what Rasa has been starting to notice is that the hilt and the handle, especially, is starting to take on a different form or a different shape entirely. And it's no longer, it was very utilitarian before, where it was, you know, square and exactly what you expect it to be.
Where the friggin'...
Hold on.
It's like we create your token. So where's your... How do we download your...
I got it. Give me a
Portrait.
minute.
Not...
And so it's starting to, I can edit. I just don't want to reveal the end surprise to everybody.
Mm.
Let me just make sure that worked, and then I will send you what I see in my head. Yes. These. Get to this thingies. And
Oh.
so that part is, and I can sort of maybe, I don't know, put me on the spot, and now I'm flipping.
Hard.
Sorry.
No, it's. I can sort of kind of.
Snap's is like, I want to know.
Tell me all of the things.
It's hard to not like ruin everything because we have a blur going on. No, I want to
Zoom in really high.
No, I don't want to zoom in. Trust me. Because then the
Oh, I forgot Discord did this.
Did what?
There's a chat in the
okay.
yeah. There's
So
a
it
chat
started
in
off
the voice
in the
channels.
picture that I just sent, where it's very utilitarian, very perfect, pristine, exact. And
What
the
a
first
what a
thing that
rich
I
asshole would make a knife out of, looking like.
exactly.
That's more.
And so it started that way, and when it first broke, it was literally the blade had just shattered. So it was the hilt and everything, and then just a jagged blade. And what I'm noticing is that the blade might be slightly starting to extend, but it's still jagged. It's still not great. But it's the hilt itself that is starting to morph a little bit more. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
I do better with pictures.
Valid.
Might have just like, that's good, right?
That's a good thing.
I don't know. I hope it's a good thing.
Not just broken anymore. It's growing. It's changing.
It's changing. It's still not whole, but it still seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Is there like a little black dragonborn like on the end of the pointy bit of the dagger now? Is that... I know there's like...
There's a
Well,
head.
Just saying. Would be surprised if urine ended up on the tip of your dagger, as so it were. Not literally. I mean, like the like, you know.
Well, maybe literally.
I know how it works.
To be fair,
On the
maybe
tip of her
literally.
dagger.
There's like a
Right.
psychological component to it, I realize. Actually, that's a good point. What would it be? Dust? He hasn't.
So, over breakfast, this conversation occurs, and Rasa, you would be having assembled or would be assembling and showing them the physical dagger that you carry, and the pieces snap together. There were only 3 this morning.
Okay.
I spilled
Don't mean-
my dices everywhere.
Spilled your what everywhere?
You just
Dice.
Dices.
I'm
Sorry,
trying to decide
dices.
which ones want to be nice tonight.
which dice are choosing violence?
Yes. Okay, leave me be. They have to fight, okay?
Well,
There's
I have a
10
choice.
dice here to choose from.
I have like
Let them fight.
Exactly. Although I really don't think
The dices have to fight? I thought it was the players who were going to have to fight today.
they call it DVD.
he makes fun of me, okay?
Yeah, I do. You are truly the Laura Bailey of this combo.
I don't know. Have y'all seen Gregory's dice bag?
I don't know.
I have not allowed myself to go dice bag yet, but I still have an entire
Join.
tray of Chinese.
And for the record, this bag is currently missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of my sets, because 12 of my sets are in this bag, and also none of that is counting my metal dice, which get their own separate bag, which is over there right now.
And some portion of them are in a wooden chest, correct?
Yes, but that's all of my utility dice. My bundles of d6s for sneak attack, my bundles of d8s for smite.
Ah, got it.
So I don't count that. Those I just keep
There's
separate
Ashley's
because
dice
it's
bag.
yeah. Well, to be fair though, I should grab this because that's a little too far away for me to just lean, huh?
What kind of dice do I need for what your name is?
Oh.
D8s.
This is all of my d8s, d6s, and I think there might be. No, it's just d8s and d6s in here, as well as all of my USB drives, which have data on them.
I have this many sets in this dice bag, but they're separated by size.
Those are just the d20s from each set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I do. I should have 3, but the other one.
What,
Oops,
MIA?
put this back.
Somewhere. The red.
The bard dice would like to come out to play.
Yeah. Those.
Oh, good. Oh, we got
I don't know
some
why
ice
I have
flexing
red white
happening
in
in
here,
chat.
but I have.
The resin dice. Yeah, I remember that. Pretty sure the red.
But I don't have a
Yeah.
D20.
I know that was
Oh
one.
no. And I don't know where it came from.
Oh, you saw a message and don't know where it came from? I got you. I know how to show you that. Sorry, YouTube, we're all talking about things instead of playing the video game.
Terribly inappropriate behavior from all of us.
Somehow we got off on the subject of dice. We have run away.
No barking. Something went bing bong, but I have no little red bubbles.
So here,
Hmm.
see that?
Oh dear.
There is now a...
Okay, you people are making this hard for me.
Every now and again,
But you'll have it all in one place. You can see the things and.
something Discord added, like, in the last 6
Oh, I can't do
voice channel. Next channel.
So, which one are we going to use so that we don't make the DM's head explode? You have to pick.
For gifts, I'd say let's use the voice chat because that way you have the camera up and.
I can't do anything in the voice chat from my phone.
Oh.
So if anything needs to come to me specifically, I ain't doing any of that crap. That's all. But I'm fine with us just using the voice chat thingy. That makes it easier.
Yeah, the idea is that we don't have to jump back.
Cool, dude.
Cool.
Works for me.
Right. So.
That's dog in picture. It's got it. Losing my mind.
Can you
Okie dokie.
Is it 4? While I make them so. Who's gonna do it to me?
So, we are in the Farmer's Bar Forest. It is Cathorn 13. You are near the Beekeeper's Farm. Dome drops. And Rasa only had 3 pieces to her dagger. And I need a wisdom saving throw from Dusk, please.
What?
Oh, boy.
What is my
You are lucky.
+8?
You.
Okay.
You are going away.
Boy. 13.
Cool. May I have a wisdom saving throw from Rasa, please?
You're +3.
Christy?
+3.
5.
Sneak attack is 40s.
Goodbye.
40s.
Cool.
Failed.
More than. Okay. Waiting with bated breath.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly. It's like, nope.
Okay.
Disloyal piece of resin.
I have hyped the destination for the current session so successfully over the last 2 weeks that it seems completely irresponsible and unfair to have any random encounters between now and getting to where you're headed. So, with that in mind, finish your breakfast conversation, if any. Have any role play or issues of interest that will occur between here and the next place you intend to stop.
Oh yeah, there is conversation between Foggy and his friends that has to fucking happen.
About that local sports team, right?
Yeah, of course. That's exactly what we're going to talk about.
Right.
Doing a walk and talk training verbal session with Sammy and how crossbows work, because obviously I'm the most knowledgeable person about this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just pick it up and you pull the triggers and it goes. And she's looking at me like I'm fucking insane because I have a magical crossbow and that's how magical crossbows work.
Yeah.
You just shoot.
Don't have to load it.
My Ev, but look, see, there's how do you put the at the that bit.
It just happens, Yeah, I pick it up, like look, and I hand her the thing, and I'm like, look, you just pick it up and point at that tree, and it creates its own arrow and fires off. See? What's wrong with
Mine's
your?
broken.
Definitely walks into some.
That's because you're trying to fire arrows from a
crossbow.
and not bolt. Just saying.
Okay,
My
sorry,
camera
Foggy,
is
go ahead.
Super washed out. Sorry. So at some point he's gonna interrupt the conversation between Maev and Samity to warn Samity about something he's gonna say in a few minutes. Just I'm about to talk to everybody about something, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up. Do you remember we talked about the Wolven guy in my head?
Yes, I
Remember the
fully
outhouse analogy?
understood all of that conversation. Yes, I did.
Okay, but you've at least gathered that there's something weird there.
Right. Yes.
I'm about to talk with everybody about that a little bit.
I'll try real hard not to ask more questions.
That's not the main reason I'm prefacing you at it. I just don't want you to get scared. Because I've got a proverbial lid on it now. But
Right. Don't be scared. Got it.
okay.
Immediately.
Yeah, of course. Because
sidling closer to my
Yeah, of course.
Mine just like flailing this crossbow around, like, why isn't it working?
Why isn't this one just generating ammunition? Come on, man. So at some point, Foggy is going to sidle up next to Dusk to then proceed with this. He'll speak loud enough and speak as though he's talking to the whole of the group, but he's going to mostly focus it on Dusk.
Hello there. Top of the
Hi.
morning.
I'm... don't know how to engage this. I really do need to
either.
properly... I don't know how to properly start this conversation with anything other than thank you again.
Oh, no problem.
Not just for fixing this, but introducing me to her, and he just points up by reflex.
Oh, right, yeah. I mean,
Because
seemed like a good fit.
yeah. I don't know if I'd ever take my worship as far as you have, and then he uses language that fits in universe to make sense with the phrase. I don't know if I'd ever go as far as taking a level in cleric. Whatever language conveys that meaning is what he says next.
Yeah.
But I do need to go on some form of a journey of penance at some point, and I might need your assistance with that.
Penance?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you're looking to pay a cost?
Yeah.
That's incurred?
Oh,
to
yeah.
the Moon Maiden?
Not to the Moon Maiden, but just to the people of the eastern-ish coast of Faerun. The continent from where I hail before here.
Right. I assume I come from that part of the world, right? From you.
Would I know, DM, would I know roughly where the Moonshine Isles are?
I don't know that Dusk is actually from the Moonshade Isles. I thought he was from the northern end of the Sword Coast, near the Ice Spire Mountains, if I
I would
remember
have said
correctly.
the name of the town, I think, a while ago,
Yeah.
which isn't on any map. But
Why am I thinking of the term Moonshade Isles? Is that just because that's where
That was-
Fomorians are from?
Valveros.
that was the other.
Valveros from the Moon.
Oh, that was the other one. Sorry, I just did a racist. Apologies.
I just did a racist.
Yeah, anyway, ignore that.
Mike just like smacks him on the back of the head and goes back to put him in the crossbow.
Spine of the World. Dusk is from a village within the Spine of the World.
Gotcha,
So-
okay. Gotcha, okay.
Right.
You're not
okay,
quite
sounds
from
right.
Faerun, but yeah. There was a time that I wasn't quite in control of Kurok. God, that line's getting harder to draw by the day. There's no other way to phrase it other than that there is so much fucking blood on my hands, Dusk.
Well,
I don't have an
you've come a long
accurate...
way.
Yeah, I just don't have an accurate number on it.
I
Don't know if it was 6 months of in and out of werewolf state or 2 years. I really don't know if it's anything between or outside of that range of just settle down, find a group of people, someone offends me, I blink, and I'm covered in blood that isn't mine in a forest that I don't know where I am. And then just keep trying to move and find some semblance of normality, and then something pisses me off, and again, and again, and again, for I literally don't know how long. I don't even really fully know how I would pay that cost. But I have to do something, right? I can't just go, I found God now. Whew, glad that's over, right? That's
Well,
not that's not how faith works.
Well, I'm not the most, we'll call it, academically divine in terms of religion, and I don't even really understand why I worship the Moon Maiden.
Right.
Such
This
that
is a really terrible time for me to have this conversation. Shit.
But my understanding, just from feeling my way through what I can remember, is, I mean, Saluna, her domain is perfect for someone like you because you're changing. The moon is always changing. It gets darker and it gets lighter. And it's a cycle. Everybody goes through that, I think. I think we're going through that ourselves. Every single one of us. I don't know exactly how mine, if I'm waxing or waning at the moment, but I think for you, your full moon is still coming. I don't mean that in a transformational sense, stereotypically speaking, but
Right.
I don't think that there's a score being kept. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But at least in terms of some things, you can honestly say that recently we have done something that has had an incredible impact, positive, saved some lives.
Yeah, that is true.
And it's a gift comfort.
I have not selected.
So, I can understand why you'd feel bad about your past, such that it seems to be one of violence that you are not under control of, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if your Seluna probably sees that too. It's one thing to be in control of yourself, perhaps.
Right.
You know, I'd like to think that there's some sort of leeway.
I would obviously hope so, but again, I've always how do I fucking phrase that? I've never been an active religious individual. The gods have always had a huge part in my life. I was with a group of fucking elves in a forest with druids, for Christ's sakes, or for Helm's sake, I guess is the words he'd use. So, like, the gods have always had a part in my life, but I've never been the kind of person to actively go to a temple and pray and worship and offer. I'm learning that part of religion.
Right. Yeah, and then to the extent that it's important to such a deity, I think as long as you're, the best time to be a good person was who knows how many years ago. The second best time is right now.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
And I think you've been doing that since we've met. I think you've been paying that back, paying it forward, doing your part to try and make up for things that you may have been responsible for, but not under maybe your fault. Is that right?
Mm. I suppose
Perhaps.
that's fair.
But
I don't know. It's something for me to think about for the next few hundred years as he looks at a watch that doesn't exist. Considering I will probably outlive all of you multiple times over.
We'll both have a long time to ponder
How to proceed.
morals, rights and wrongs, and who's keeping score and who don't give a shite.
Right.
But I'd say as long as we're trying to angle our way in that direction, I'd say we're okay. I think the moon maid will smile upon us every single night, regardless of what state she's in. Because she smiles on you no matter what state you're in.
Daw. Thank you, Dusk. That all being said, hey Rasa.
Yeah.
I hate to stereotype you here, hun, but I assume you've heard at least parts of this conversation.
Top.
She's like,
I hate to stereotype you a little bit here. Would you happen to have the ability to alter my appearance in some way in your repertoire? Because, again, there's a lot of blood on my hands, and it's associated with this face.
Nope, no disguise kit on me. Not only is there no disguise kit, I do not believe I'm even proficient in it.
Well, that is very unfortunate for me.
I'm not that kind of rogue, but we can have some fun.
Oh boy! All right. Well,
do Dragonborn have makeup?
the part I was stereotyping, the joke there is I was stereotyping the fact that she's a damn rogue, not a Dragonborn. Okay, just wanted to make sure that was a thing that was clear.
She's not a chameleon.
Gotcha.
That doesn't have it. I can disguise myself. I can make myself look like you. Probably wouldn't help.
Well, there could be two of you.
I mean, unless we're trying to...
Maya will just pipe up. I can give you some face tattoos. It would change your face.
It would change my face. Don't know if I'd want a face tattoo. Though, I've heard there are people who do or things that allow someone to do magic tattoos that do things. If I get one of those, I'll definitely put it on my face. How's that sound? And I'll have you do it.
That sounds great.
All right. The pact is sealed.
You can draw a sketch
as
of
the
his
player
face.
immediately regrets the words that came out of his mouth. Not Foggy, the player.
Samity being nearby, will just pipe up very, very, very mousy and quiet. If you have some shears, I can cut your hair.
You see him genuinely consider it for a minute. I like the ponytail too much. I'm sorry. Though I genuinely appreciate the offer, I like the ponytail too much. It's kind of symbolic
Okay.
for me.
It's very handsome,
we can-
sir.
Thank you.
I could
Maybe we
braid
can
it
find
in a
something to
different
dye
style.
the ponytail.
Oh, I wouldn't mind dyeing the ponytail a different color. That's what I, as a person who has experience with druids and plant-based individuals, would I know of any methods? Just like offhandedly?
Henna.
Well, I know there's henna, but
I mean, you'd be familiar with fruits and berries that stain your fingers. And there's plenty of things in the world that stain your white outfit and, you know.
Well, and
but
henna
none
can
of my
be-
druids were ever super obsessed with their appearance and changing their hair constantly. I didn't have like a cis.
Really attacked.
I mean, you've known plenty of people in your lifetime, especially in all the little stopping points along the way, where you would have met people who could change their appearance and chose to do so frequently.
Okay.
But generally, it's done with magic.
Okay. Never mind then.
I figured
Mine
tabaxi
is-
I would have
more
to.
about hair and fur dye than they would about tattoos.
That makes sense.
Either way, it's something I'll have to look for a specialist for. We'll see.
Rasa always has braids, so I'm assuming she knows how to do them. So she could always also try and, while keeping the ponytail per se, do something that way. It wouldn't change things much, but we could work on something that.
Floggy would
Oh.
definitely let you braid his hair in some manner at some point, yeah.
If you need some extensions, I'll be willing to lend you some.
Alright, there you go.
Um,
See if I actually can confirm a thing. Sorry, I'm needing just a second. Because I know for a fact Foggy's got a ponytail. He does, yes. Not only does he have a ponytail, he's literally got the haircut I've got, where he's got hair long on top but buzzed on the sides. He's got an undercut. That I assume he maintains with a knife or some kind of blade that he keeps on his person in some way, shape, or form because D&D logic. But
mhm.
yeah, no, he would totally let you. He would totally let you. You know, multiple braids down a side, or one big one down the back, or multiple one down the back. He'd let you do something.
Maya keeps half her head shaved, so she's gonna be pushing for like, oh, do a bunch of braids, but like make them go to that way. So like a bunch of braids, they go like this over the top, over the side of his head.
Oh,
She's like super.
Depending on how ridiculous we want, I can braid it and we can kind of bring it along the side of your face and kind of fill.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
we can do this.
All right. Thank you all for
Not
your
enough.
assistance, and sorry for the.
I don't know how much honey we had. I don't know.
Yeah. Thank you all again for the willingness to assist, and sorry for the sudden trauma dump. It's something I've been thinking about all morning.
If you need to escape in a hot minute, I can make you invisible. You
I
can
will
even
keep that in mind.
attack. Yeah, we served Rasa pretty well. Made her invisible, right? Right. Boom. Anyways, as we're walking, right?
Yes, this is
I
all.
know we
about
said
will.
no encounters, but Snaps would have cast aid at the beginning of the day on Samity, Rasa, and Maiev.
Do the 8.
Oh, what does they do again?
Plus
I-
5
It's like
max
the,
HP.
the 5. We won't need
5.
it today, but Snaps is going to start doing that whenever we set
Bumption.
off
Mhm.
to make sure that Samity has more hit points.
Yeah.
Because it lasts 8 hours.
That is not what I meant to do.
And
Ignore
it's
that.
D&D. Travel lasts 8 hours. Okay, so unless there's more conversation to be had as you're trudging through the forest, you will have to stop and camp once before you get to the community.
All right.
So I'm assuming dome it up.
Do.
There's got to be a
Dome.
sound effect for putting up a dome. We have to find it.
Do.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's all the conversation that needed to be had on that particular day of travel. Welcome to and say goodnight to Kithorn 13.
Excuse you, sis.
The morning of Kithorn 14, which is day 44 of your campaign. I will need a wisdom saving throw from Foggy.
Foggy?
Uh-huh.
But why?
Because I'm the DM and I get to ask for these things.
I felt like there was no.
Oh, I had a DM that I needed to read.
Yeah,
Oh.
not yet. Yes.
Oh, now I feel bad. Can I retcon a little bit
What?
before this wisdom save happens? Well, I guess I can just give you the total now. But I didn't engage with that DM because I didn't see it happen. The wisdom save total is 19, 22.
Cool. And then I'll need one from Maya, please.
I can just do this in the chat. It's
Wisdom
fine.
saving throw.
And how many pieces would a dagger be in this morning?
Ooh, I forgot to check.
16.
It's assembled.
Ooh.
Fully assembled. Comes out of its sheath all built.
Wow.
Wow. How about that?
Not too shabby.
Did I get a number
Snaps is
from Maya?
officially out of rations.
16
16. Woohoo!
with my +1.
That's lovely. Dun, 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 dun. And so the remaining travel to get to... I should have you on the correct map here, ladies and gentlemen. Spoons.
Dusk would probably be like, so what have I told you about where I'm from? I'm assuming I've told you where I'm from. I can kind of remember that, but I can't remember what I told you.
You're from in and around Sword Coast, yeah? Right? That jive with everybody else's memory?
Rasa would remember that it was an icy cold place.
This was going to be on the
Seasonally.
test.
I've
failed.
made that clear.
If you fail,
I
Dusk.
remember more about the story of the thing attacking the village than I do of where
Yes,
the village
that's
was.
exactly
Yeah.
it. It's like that's what I remember is the story of the thing attacking the village and him not being willing to go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would-
And then my brain audibly goes, and all of this happened in the area on the globe of ellipses.
This is from this continent. She doesn't know anything about the Sword Coast.
Yeah, that's fair.
I told you about where I'm at least from. The name of the village. Frowold.
What?
Frowald?
Frowold.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's gonna have to get thrown into a chat.
Basically with an O instead of an A. Frowold.
Frowwold.
Frowold.
There we go.
We eventually get there, after a couple hours of throwing it back and forth.
Yeah. Maya throwing out wildly wrong names.
Of course.
Canonically bad with names.
Excuse me. Let's not give
think it was
unnecessary rhetorical information, sis. We were all aware that that's exactly what was happening. You're somehow throwing out the names of real life cities, like here.
Yeah. She's out of nowhere. She's like,
Laurel. He's
Los
from
Angeles?
Laurel.
Fresno? I don't know.
What's a
She might throw
Fresno?
Candlekeep out, considering she spoke to Little Bit once, I think. She might
Oh,
throw
yeah.
Candlekeep out there.
yeah. Candlekeep would definitely. Although, did Little Bit tell me during the message that she was in a
Think
big
so.
old library called Candlekeep?
I thought so.
So Candlekeep definitely would have been thrown out there.
It's Candlekeep. I'm pretty sure with Candlekeep.
Can we go there? Just derail the
Target.
campaign immediately.
I wasn't looking for accuracy so much as yes, we told you this.
I would tell you as much as I
Okay.
remembered, which may or may not have remembered
Alright.
that.
And he's like taking down notes, just like,
Well,
whoa.
There was a
And with-
scary
if you'd
creature
like-
that attacked the village, and you didn't see it, but it was scary.
Didn't see it.
I remember that.
scared. Washed down river.
Yeah,
There was a
Mm.
bridge.
remember you ended up in the water.
And you felt responsible for the attack,
Or yeah,
and you refused to go back.
feeling shameful. Felt bad.
Here's a
Feels bad.
frowny face that he scribbles on the paper.
Just
Yes.
Little crocodile tears.
And then yes, I would. Yeah, I think we also
think-
went
I
over
think
this
we were-
last
Yeah, we went over
last time about his actual name, and
that. My real name.
yes,
Growling
He's like-
and Beowulf.
It's like, did I tell you how I came to my current name? Duskhearth. Sounds uninspired, but it's okay. It's my
no,
name.
I thought you told us the inspiration behind that name.
Oh yeah.
The moon was looking down on you in the water, was it? And you started. I don't know.
I think basically he was traveling and he was sitting. He's like, I gotta change my name, and it was dusk, and he was sitting in front of a hearth fire.
Yeah.
That actually rings a bell. So that one I believe.
It was like it's getting dark out. Night hearth fire? No, dusk. That's don't have
Months for
sensibility.
players, like 2 weeks for characters. I think we would remember some of this.
This wouldn't have been that long. But anyways, it's like, all right. No, I just wanted to start filling in those gaps. I feel like it might be appropriate to try and jog the old memory here because it's rough. I know I am here in a sense, but I know I'm here. I'm trying to do good. I don't really know why, other than it's just feels like the right thing to do.
I think you were here before us. So
Like, am I on some sort of grand mission that I've since forgotten, or
I'm not sure we
am I just floating around? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for the info. I'm jotting it all down.
I don't think if we know your true, what made you go out, other than, the shame you couldn't go back to your family, I'm not sure we truly know your main reasoning for being where you were when Maev and I met up with you and
Right.
Orny and
Right. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
that much. I don't know if we ever got into that kind of
No.
deep
No, not really.
detail.
Not really. He called himself a hobo cleric for a reason. All right. Well, thank you. I just wanted to try and fill those gaps in. Hoping maybe it'll jog the old memory. Anyway, beautiful day out.
Much better than the mountain.
It's downright
It was
balmy.
cold. These pants are nice and comfy, but they're not good for cold.
Yeah, they're ventilating,
So
aren't
not be
they?
wearing any in the snow.
It's like, I thought they were ripped. No, it's by design. I get.
Oh, they made them
You
this
remember
way.
when she got them, right?
Oh, I do. Yes, that's right. Oh,
Okay.
that's right.
That was Ogrethel.
Yeah. I'm trying. He's taking too many hits there.
Pick up your cell phone.
The thing.
wait. Sorry. Sis,
Eh.
is everybody else aware that you own those pants now?
No, they're not. I got
Yeah.
those pants for Christmas.
I didn't realize they were real.
Yep.
Very comfy. Very
We found, I
Breezy.
found them on Amazon.
breezy.
Oh, jeez.
Breezy is
I mean, they're
is
not
a good-
exactly what I had envisioned, but oh, so very close.
Alright. Well, perhaps I don't know. With that having all that data dump on the Dusk, would that jog any? Would that be a history check or something worth trial?
Yes, if you would like to roll a history check, and I would like you to adjudicate on your own just how much, depending on the number, the outcome
Yeah.
of the roll, just how much you think you might get.
Yeah, I'd probably. I know I'm not good in the history, but
I
let's
mean, you
give it a
are
roll.
on Moyev's leg.
One.
Well, I rolled a 19, so an 18 is the roll. I was gonna say 18 was probably the DC I was gonna set. So because
So
otherwise,
with a big success like that, I would think that maybe you would even have a momentary flashback of a visual recollection of either the whatever it was that you used to be able to remember about the moment of falling off the bridge, or
Yeah.
the visual recollection of the village burning in the distance, something of that sort.
yeah. It's so like as this information is being like kind of dumped on Dusk, he's like he's thinking, and then like also just cold sweat, like just starts pouring off of him, just like right, okay,
Memories.
good to know. Haha. Let's keep marching, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Maiev would have probably handed Foggy her compass, said she needed it back when we got him his replacement, but right now, I gotta figure out what's going on with Samity's crossbow, because it's not
I
working.
got it. I got it.
Day 2 of the crossbow repair situation.
Trying to figure out why it's not doing the thing it's supposed to do. 'Cause I'm fairly sure that this magical crossbow is the only crossbow that Maiev has ever come into contact with.
I think at
Just
some
assumed.
point,
Just say.
Rasa would kind of lean over and ask Samity if whether or not there was bolts. Yeah, because I am proficient in crossbows.
But you don't have one?
I don't usually carry one, no. But considering I am proficient, I would assume that was part of my training before I
Just,
left from my mentor.
From a
So I
sport.
probably would be chuckling in the background of letting her have fun with it. But I would kind of
operate a crossbow.
Yeah. I would kind of lean over and I go, "Were there bolts near the crossbow when you picked it up?"
Bolt.
I assume that was what's a bolt, but the beginning of the sentence got
Carve
cut
you
off.
What's a bolt?
And I would
What's a
just,
bolt?
like a rod of, was there anything like that nearby, or
I'm not sure. I just sort of picked up what looked like a weapon and kept going. I didn't really inspect the mess.
Valid.
we will.
It was one of the ones that got squished kind of flat.
We'll see if we can get you some bolts when we get to the town and see if that'll fix it. I think Maya's just got an extra special one, but we'll let her play until we get somewhere where we might be able to find something.
Got it. That'd be great. Should we tell her to stop trying to fix it?
At this point, she's like got it
having
upside
fun.
down, trying various different angles of trying to pull the trigger. And
I gather there's one moment where she like puts both of them under her armpits and then looks for something and then doesn't remember which one's which and then goes and then fires it and it works and she's like, why wasn't it working before? But now it's, oh wait, that's mine. So that means, damn it!
yeah,
Well, hers looks different. Hers has got funny carvings and whatnot.
Excuse
Yeah,
me,
mine
you
does have
forget 8
dragon
intelligence.
That's true. All right. Oh, marching. 8 hours of travel. And kapoof, you are approaching the community. Anybody want to
Yay.
do or say anything before you get to town? I gotta find the map of the community.
I am giving Maya back her compass.
I am more wisdomous than I am intelligent.
She is stupidly
Hey.
wise.
So, for funsies, I did a wisdom check with my fiddling with the crossbow, the normal crossbow, and I rolled a 19. So, do you think at some point over this last 8-hour, well, this 8-hour trek to the community, that I might have figured out that maybe I'm missing something?
Yeah, you definitely realize, oh wait, this thing that goes flying out of it, maybe we should put something in before it goes out.
If it doesn't generate it on its own,
Maybe we should
then
just
maybe
feed
I have
it.
to put it in there.
I think I
The
figured it out,
thought
guys.
occurs to you that you might need to feed it.
I figured it out, guys. It's hungry. We gotta put something there for it to spit
Yes!
out.
Yes!
Just
Yes!
back
That is
to him.
exactly what I wanted you to say! Yes! Yes.
Oh, that's great.
If it weren't such a pain in the ass, I would sprint all the way downstairs specifically to high five you. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. To a T. Guys, I figured it out. It's hungry. Sorry!
It's the most appropriate way to describe it. And considering most of us are barely a full box worth of crayons, intelligence, it works. I think what you're like, who's the smartest?
Me.
Augie, you,
Not me.
I forget.
I'm the smartest with
me.
11 intelligence.
Yes.
Rasa and I are 10, so we're just right there in the middle.
We're just...
Yeah, we definitely got to get you people some more
We're-
magic items.
We're doing our best. Anytime someone walks up seeing us do something stupid and they ask what we're doing, our immediate response is our best. That's how we work.
So, I assume you're just going to wander on into town then.
Yep.
Yes.
That's like Dusk talking to, you know. So, anyway, the gifts.
I don't know about anybody else, but Snaps used her last ration yesterday, so I want to see if Warts and All Sorts has food and bolts and a compass.
That totally makes sense. Can't
Likely
find
gone.
No,
anything.
not yet, right? So,
How many rations do I have?
So, you all wander into downtown community, and you see Whitney out here doing her thing with the wax and the candles. This time you're coming in from the north, so she sees you approaching. That's the way her table faces. And she holds up and drips wax everywhere. Oh, hi! Hi! You all, how you doing? You're back now. Did you get where you were trying to go?
That we did.
There and back again.
Well, that's just great. And I see you picked up an extra one there.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this here? Is who's this here? Does she need? Do you need some honey? Here, come on in. And she'll just sort of walk away into the shop as if you obviously would be following.
Yeah, well, I will at least follow.
Well, I'm just gonna. Dusk will be staying outside for the moment,
All right.
kind of looking around.
Next is going in.
So she just starts puttering around with things on the counter. So, how was your trip? Did you did that compass was that compass helpful?
It was, in
It
fact.
was, and we
Find
need
your
another
way.
one.
Yeah.
We need more.
You need another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
By
least
golly,
one
I
more.
only have the one left. Where is that box? Where is that box? Let me find that box. Hold on just 1 second. I will find it. I will find. It's very nice to meet you, unnamed young lady. I will find. Here we
This
go.
is
Here's the
Samity.
box right.
She makes cheese,
Cheese.
right? She makes cheese.
You make cheese. And Samity, she's gonna be all shy and chicken shit, and she'll just nod. Well, cheese is good. Cheese is right good. We like cheese. And she get a jar of honey down and hand it to her. Well, welcome to our little town. I gave some of this to your friends here when they came through the first time, so I'll give you just this little bit now. And she gives her a little jar, and she hands Foggy the compass. That's 3 gold now. Don't you forget.
And I immediately give her 4.
Well, no, son, you've messed that up here. This one's yours, and she's just gonna drop it and assume it lands in your hand. Back to the drawer.
It scatters on the
Good.
floor. I lean
Great.
down, pick it up, and
What? Yeah.
All right.
What? Now, what else can I do for y'all? Is there anything else y'all need? Are you gonna be staying for a while? Do I need to contact the Jameses, have them make room for you again?
We're gonna be
Um,
heading back south shortly. How
yeah,
long have we traveled today? Not long.
8 hours.
8 hours.
Oh,
so we
8
need
hours.
sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to sleep.
However, I do.
But
You first, Saps.
do you have provisions for the road?
Oh well,
Like
yes, I have
rations,
all
like-
sorts, dear. The orts and all sorts. We got leftover bits and we got all sorts of bits. What bits do you need? Just need like some like dry biscuits that'll last a long time. You need a little parcel of fresh meat. I can get you some fresh meat over here. I got vegetables. I got all the
Just some good sturdy rations that'll last a while on the road for when I need them.
Yeah.
All right,
found
now I'm just
some of
going to
the
put together a
biscuits
little
as well.
parcel for you. Now, how much do you want to spend, darling? And I will put together that much in a parcel.
How much are
I-
rations?
I want them to.
Well,
much do
okay, and
rations
how
start
much?
I think we need a good chunk of dust nut in there, but he's
Or half a gold. 0.5 GP.
Yeah, from what I can tell, 5 silver
Which
is your average
is-
ration. 5 silver is a 5 silver is a
Alright.
ration that'll last you a day. So 1 gold for 2 days.
Yep. But I'm thinking about how many there are of us.
you have 4 left. I have 2 left.
We can store some in the bag of holding, considering we have one, and rations are 2 pounds apiece. If we need to.
Yeah, so I would probably start by handing over, maybe doing math, not my suit right now. 6 gold or so.
Oh, well, my goodness, dear, that's just fine. Now, you sure your bag's big enough for that? I'll see. Just a moment.
It's
And
It's
she's
for
going
all
to
of us.
assemble
We're
at
gonna-
least twice the amount you're expecting to see.
Oh,
gee.
okay.
And
Yeah, I
Snaps
figured
was
that-
going to spend 10 gold on it, but okay.
So what she brings to Rasa is literally twice what you're expecting to see in dry goods. There's, pouch of flour. There's a pouch of some sort of sweetening agent. There's some dried fruits and some jerky, and she just piles a bunch of crap. And I don't know how y'all are going to carry it, but maybe if you split it amongst you could all
that was
carry
gonna
it.
be my thought.
Great,
So
and she just shoved this big. You've got enough rations for probably 3 of you to last, I don't know, 5 days. So 5 of you to last 3 days. You can build you another box if you need another box.
Snaps will pay for another box of stuff.
Okay, more you people, I don't know how you're going to carry all this stuff. And oh no, I'm all out of that jerky. Now, can I give you some extra vegetables? Because I don't have. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll put together a little herb pouch for you, so you can make yourself a nice soup. And since I don't have enough of the beef, is that all right? Or not beef, pork, whatever that is, boar. I don't have enough of that, but I do have several of these dry parcels of herbs that make things taste just lovely. You'll just love it. Oh, did I give you one of those before? I think I did. I'll give you another one of those. And in a big old crate.
Mm-hmm.
And Foggy's good at hunting for fresh meat, so we can supplement.
That's good. Meat's good. It's very healthy to consume meat products. It's very healthy.
So Snaps is going to do, like I said, the other 6 gold. And as she's asking where this is all going to fit, Snaps is taking out the shiny bag and shoving all this massive amounts of stuff in there.
Well, that's rather unusual, dear. I think maybe you ought to show that fancy bag of yours to the Flaherty boys, just saying. They might need to know about that. Did you really get it all in there?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see in there?
some.
You really ought to
Can't really
share
see
that
anything when you look
fancy
into
bag of
it.
yours. It's like black abyss.
Yeah.
Okay, you really ought to share that fancy little bag of yours with the Flaherty boys. They do a lot of getting and fetching, and they might find that useful. When you talk to them, tell them I need more compasses. That was my last.
Oh, thank you.
And so, how much did we end up getting for 6 days for 5 of us, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do we want to
Cool,
split
yeah.
that amongst each other? Just hold it.
And then Foggy has one
I
more
mean, if
request
you're
before we
throwing
leave.
it, I'm thinking if you're
Oh,
throwing
we
it on
bolts
a
still.
bag of holding,
Mhm.
it
Okay.
might be better just so that we know those are all in the bag of holding versus on each of us.
I am terrible
Just
at
tally
remembering
mark
this.
number of days somewhere and know that after 6 more days of travel, y'all are going to need more food.
Okay, that
But
works.
6 bags or 6 rations in the bag of holding, basically. And there's enough for one of each of us on each day.
Yes,
Yeah.
6 group rations versus.
Versus having seashells.
And
Okay,
with-
cool, yeah.
Foggy's supplement of meat, you can easily include Samity in your rations without having to spend an extra one.
You still have 3 1-pound jars of honey in there and 10 pounds
Yeah.
of flour in there, too.
Yep.
All kinds of
So-
shit. So yeah, you'll be good.
Foggy has 2 more requests before we leave, actually.
What can
Weird
I do
one.
for you, young man? You're just so pretty. You're just
Thank
such a
you.
handsome boy.
Thank you. A weird request. Don't know if you get it often. Don't know if you keep any of it. We'll see. I know you have honey on hand. Do you happen to have just beeswax on hand?
Well, yes, dear. That's what I make my candles out of. Do you need some candles? I could give you some candles. I got candles right here.
Not. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter either way, because I specifically need the wax. So I could just buy a large bundle of candles. I would be okay with that. How much is each individual candle?
What do you need wax for?
Do you know how there are certain individuals out there? Not dwarves don't necessarily do it because they take more pride in the length of the beard, but there are like certain humans will grow out their mustache and then do interesting things with it. They use wax for that, and I was wondering if I could just have some wax for the purpose of doing that sort of thing.
Well, I think that would be a wax with some sort of, aloe mixed in, so it would stay
So yeah,
pliable.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do. Now you decided you're going to stay the night. I'm going to have the James make room for you
Yeah.
and
Yes.
move
Yes. Yes.
the
Yes.
boys
Yes.
into their house. All right. Well, we'll get them to do that rearrange, and then before bedtime, I will make sure that me and Mrs. Batterns will put something together for you that ought to do something like that, like a something to help keep your hair where you want your hair. Is what you're
Yeah.
trying to.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Yeah. We could come up with some combination of tallow and my wax, which is already thankfully melted out on the fire outside, so it'll be easy to mix it together. I'll take care of this for you. I'll have that. And is this much enough? You
If
need this much?
if she's literally doing this with her hands, that gesture would be the once she does that, I would say yeah.
The bigger one?
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
Big pot. Got it.
As a human being, I as a player know that you definitely that would be enough for life. However,
Got
character
it.
doesn't mess with
Doggy's
this
not
system.
knowing
Up,
how
so
long it's
yeah.
gonna.
So he's like, oh
Okay,
yeah, sure,
so
that larger
she-
one. That's fine.
Yeah. Great. So she'll grab one of her empty honey pots, and I'll get that done for you before the night's out. Let's say, I don't know, maybe between me and Ms. Batterns, we could split a gold piece. Would that be all right?
He holds up 2 coins. How about one for each of you?
Oh, I don't think Mrs. Batterns would allow that here, but she'll split one with me.
All right. Well, then here, I'll make that easy for you. And
Give away your money.
I know. I set 2 stacks of 5 silver on her table for the purpose of making
Oh,
it so that
that's
she
so
doesn't have
convenient.
to.
Aren't you such a nice
Yeah,
boy?
just so that she doesn't have to do
Great,
that
I'll
math.
take care of that. She'll drop half of the coins in the empty pot, put the other half in the box. Okay, I got that. That's just great. And you said you needed 2 things. So we're gonna make you some hair stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What else you needed? Said you needed 2
Yes.
things.
This is an intentional roleplay moment. What the hell was? You guys also occasionally do some hunting out here, I assume. Would you happen to have any spare crossbow bolts that you're willing to pass off to us? I hate to be this much of an inconvenience in one random instance of us showing back up and taking a bunch of your food and...
Dusk has also offered to try and make them.
Okay.
Well,
I'll keep that in mind.
that would be first name I can't remember. Ka'aloi Githino. She'd be able to help you with that, dear.
Somewhere else in town?
And their husband, Mr. Batterns, he. I'm not real good with the name. I'm sorry. There's a lot of
That's fair.
parts to that name, but it starts with Batterns and ends with Hino.
Okay.
And it's the 3 of them. They live right across the way here. I think Ms. Ka'aloi Githino gave you some special herbs last time you was in town that was helpful to the healing.
Okay, yeah. Oh, then yes, certainly. Yes, we'll go talk to that
Yeah,
person again.
great.
We'll
Okay.
take from there. Sorry to be such an inconvenience to you. Again, thank you for your hospitality.
Yep. No problem. I'll let and she'll grab one of her kids and send her. Go tell the Jameses and strangers are back and they need a place to sleep.
Is there a backpack hanging up somewhere in the little shop? Or
Oh, I'm sure somebody would have had handicrafts and made a bag. Sure.
I
just
just
a
want to get a
standard
bag for
rucksack?
Samity. Yeah, I want something for Samity for her to keep her stuff in, and her crossbow bolts when we get them. I would like
Oh
to
yeah,
have that
that's
for her.
smart. That's intelligent. That's a smart idea. I wish I had those.
Cool.
Occasionally, the brain cell pings off of snaps.
Yeah, every now and again. I'm like, I need to give this to you more. Why do I keep hoarding it? I don't know what I'm doing with it. It's like handing a 4-year-old a Rubik's Cube. I'm
having
just, I
difficulty
don't...
finding basic pricing for basic equipment. If you can
Yup.
find
When I
that,
look in D&D Beyond, it's 2 gold for
Yep,
a backpack.
perfect. Yep, she'll take the standard price for that. And it'll be a pretty sturdy backpack, and She'll hand it over now. Now it would normally be 2 gold, but you could just pay me the 1 gold because you guys have just been so nice to me every time you come in here, and everybody's always trying to give me more than I should get, even though 2 would be the right price for this. I feel like I should be as generous to you all as you all are to me.
I give her the 2 gold. Don't worry about it.
All
And
right.
I hand the backpack to Samity.
And Samity is outside. But
Yeah.
you could
I will hand it to her later.
hang on to that and great. Yeah, Samity is outside with her little confused pot of honey. Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now you have something to put it in.
Yeah.
Here you go. Put it in here.
Great. Now, while I don't remember, Rasa and Foggy are still inside the. Snaps has gone outside to talk to Samity and give her the bag. Where's Maiev in all of this?
Maiev stayed outside with the Dusk.
Okay.
That is not at all what I meant to do. Sorry, YouTube. I unintentionally left the call. I absolutely hit the wrong button.
To a proper adventure.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
to go.
Abso-fraggin-lutely hit the wrong
yeah.
button there.
So, yeah. Tell me, you two. You know, awful friendly and close.
Foggy does
no.
take a minute and genuinely try
Survey
and
the situation.
combination of survey the situation and gather actual meaning. But even once he does, he thinks to himself for a minute and no, we'll call it work partners.
I see. So then this new young lady in the group, is she your companion, or I don't mean to make judgments. She could be his companion outside, although he's a little furry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the problem with a little fur?
To each his own. So she's his companion then.
Well, we're just a group of adventuring individuals who just do our best to do the right thing, and she wasn't in a great situation, and we got her out of it.
Oh, you mean like she had spousal abuse?
Something like that.
That's where she goes.
Uh,
I'm outside. I don't hear any of
Well,
this.
she is old enough to have a husband in Whitney's head.
Yep.
She should be married by now.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
look.
you recall, her
look,
husband
you-
was killed when she was taken. I don't know if Foggy remembers that.
Oh, he is fully
She's
aware.
also extremely young to be married.
Yeah.
So are you? She said she could make cheese. Have you
Yeah.
consumed any of the cheese she has made? Is it good cheese?
Unfortunately, no.
I
We
mean,
have not
she's
consumed the
young.
cheese. Yeah, no, I have not yet consumed any of the cheese that this woman has produced. No.
I would like a sample of her cheese, just because we could invite her to stay. We have several young men here in the community who are very close to her age, or will soon be of marrying age, and they're going to be looking for wives. And a cheesemaker in town would really be a beneficial addition, and we would build her a house that she could live in all on her own until she chose a spouse. And she didn't even have to choose a spouse. She could go find one and bring him back.
We will run it by her.
That's just great. I think that's just great. We'd love to have some fresh cheese. Cheese goes good with wine, and the Faraday boys, they do bring me wine once in a while.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you
well, is
again
there
so
anything
much
else
for your
y'all need here
hospitality.
in the shop?
I do not believe
Great.
so. You've
I'm
already
sure the
offered
Jameses will
to
have that
do so
space
much.
ready for you.
Mm-hmm.
Great. You go talk to Mr. Batterns, and see if you can get those parts that you need for your weapon.
Alrighty. Thank you again, ma'am. Have a good day now. And he turns and walks out.
The cheese.
Look, man! What am I supposed to do with that? Have you consumed the cheese? Is
I
it
have
good
not
cheese?
consumed the cheese. And I'm sorry, I've been up since 6 a.m.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not consuming the cheese.
That also rang very
Did not
funny with me.
realize I was quite so funny today.
It
Okay.
also rang very funny to me. It took a lot of effort to stay in character and not just break down laughing.
So
After a
we
minute,
were
it started to
shopping
sound like a
inside.
euphemism. It's a problem.
I didn't hear any of that.
So Maya just kind of stayed outside with Dusky while the shopping inside was going on. Because I have a note on my character sheet that says, for some reason, back during spooky blurry guy time, that I have an extra little separate pouch in with my monies of 50 gold for Dusky. I don't remember why, but she's just gonna hand that to him because, like, I know I put this aside for you. I don't remember why. A lot of things have happened. But here you go.
I mean,
I believe I
thank
remember
you.
why.
Does Dusk remember why? I don't
Roll
know.
a history check. Both of you, roll history checks.
This player's memory is utterly failing. 6.
Did you say 6 or 6?
16. One
Better
second.
than my 14.
You will recall Dusk with relative certainty that there was a time when she tried to give you money that you didn't feel was technically yours to have. And Maiev might remember that it has something to do with that crazy old lady.
The dreams and the whatnot.
Crazy old lady.
The crazy old lady with
Lakira?
Lakira.
The dreams that we
Like-
kept getting pulled into. And in
Right.
apology,
Jake-
she kept trying to
yeah.
pay us off.
Well, yeah, Jacob kept trying to make up for the inconvenience.
With money.
I would. Okay. Well, sure. I won't risk angering the big burly or half-orc lady and say, yes, I'll take this 50 gold from you, even though I have no absolute care for money in the world.
I assume that's actually how he's stood with it. He's actually
No.
just...
Like, okay. Well, I'm just like, it's just if somebody's outside, be like, she was a little shy, but she wanted you to have this with her, Maya.
So somebody has 50 gold now.
Is that what you're doing? All right.
I'm gonna take
Well,
it, I'm
something
gonna
to get
kinda,
her
like,
on her
tuck
feet, you
it
know.
in my robe. I'm just gonna like sidle over to somebody and be like, right, so you know Maya, right? She's strong, fearsome, terrifies the fuck out of everybody in the battlefield. She's a little shy
Including me.
about money. She's a little shy about money, and maybe setting you up in the right path, right? So she decided to have me come over here and just say, on behalf of the Wanderers of Fate, just like to set you up. So, pocket change.
Pocket change.
It's just like, yeah, you have a
It's
bag.
probably right around the time the snap comes out with a backpack. That would be perfect.
It's just like, here, hold on. I'll put it in your bag.
Wait, a
Just crank
bag
it.
and
She topples over.
topples over, stutter steps, and then sits right on the ground with this pouch of gold in her lap. I've never seen so much all in one place. This is normal for you? I still sound like
Uh,
Whitney. This is normal for you people?
Well, I don't really pay much attention to money, so it might be a lot of money. I don't. So, just it's consider it a gift,
You bet.
for whatever you choose to do with it.
Backpack on, pouch in. This is
If it gets a little
great.
heavy for you, we'll try to help you out.
She's very excited about her pretty new bag and her shiny gold pieces.
Yeah, I mean, you got a working crossbow, you got gold.
We're getting
We're getting the fundamentals of crossbowery around here.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to you'll be able to start your own business. You'll be your own woman.
I just have to find myself some cows, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
To
What?
shoot them with crossbows.
No, to make the cheese.
Oh, to make the cheese. That's right. You're a cheeser, cheesemaker.
Yes, I make cheese. I clean
cheese
real
is-
good.
I am a
I clean real good.
cheeser.
I promise when we get wherever it is you're taking me, I will help clean and cook. I can help cook.
So consider this 50 gold some seed capital for your future endeavors.
Great. Do
Fantastic.
you have room for cows at the house you're taking me to?
Not yet, but we could build some.
We could clear the
Tables.
tree. We
So
could
you
clear a
keep-
little bit of space in and around the trees that are out front of the
We can make a
homestead.
fence. I can make a fence.
Plenty of
I can-
farmland around.
I can
We've
make
got
a
our own
piece
orchard
of-
and stuff.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Yeah, sure.
I mean, as long as we're not talking like a whole herd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it only takes 2 cows to make a good family's work. Okay,
Sure,
so
sure. Like-
eventually Foggy and Rasa come out of the shop, orts and all sorts.
I assume you meant Foggy and
Group of
Snaps.
you are in the middle
Yeah.
of town. Yeah, Foggy
Oh,
and Snap. No, Foggy and
Russell was still in
Rasa.
there. With
Oh, Rasa was also there. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Naps had left with the bag.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we'd eventually come out. Yeah.
The Aterns Ka Aloy Gidhino family is literally right here.
Yeah. I was gonna say like
Oh,
right
no.
there. Yeah.
Shit.
What have you done?
I'll be
What has
right
she
back.
done?
Dog,
What did-
dog,
Oh.
dog, dog.
All right. Hang on. Let me stop the
It's
recording.
been too long since I took her outside.
Yeah. Let me stop the recording.
You know, and walk over toward the Aterns, several other 5 additional syllables names, family home, and are greeted by Mrs. Batterns, the human female at the door, and welcoming and hello and hi and how are you? And well, my goodness, I haven't seen you people since you were here last time. Is everybody all right? What? This is where the healing happens. Is somebody injured?
Nope. Just looking for a couple little bits of supplies.
What kind of supplies do you need healing? I don't
Weird one.
understand.
Would you happen to have crossbow bolts here?
Well, I'm sure my husband does. But
Could
he's
you get
not
me in
here
contact with
now.
him? Aw.
He's out hunting. But let me see what I got. Would you all like to come in and have a sit?
Yes, please.
It's kind of cramped. There's an awful lot of furniture in here. But
I'll be
there's
fine.
plenty of places to sit. You can make your way in and sit, and she'll go rummaging around in one of the other rooms and come back out with the equivalent of a quiver. It's got about 10 crossbow bolts in it, and be like, I believe this is what you're looking for, although I'm not sure. Will you be doing some hunting then?
Sorry, say that again.
Will you be doing some hunting then while you're here? And
Not while we're here. It's just that we've on our way to where we were previously going and back. We've run out. Enough have broken, in and amongst things that we handle. That we're trying to find an opportunity to restock.
well, I'm certain my husband would
Self-defense.
not mind sharing. Here you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
And,
How many
the
am I
pouch
being
isn't all
offered?
that great, but it'll do. 15.
15. Okay.
Well, Maya will pony up for that because she's the one who figured out that we needed to put something in the crossbow. Make it work.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
Although I cannot recall the cost of bolts and a quiver right now.
A bundle
I
of
don't
20.
believe Miss Bad Turns had anything to say about that. She just sort of handed it over.
Oh, okay. Well, 15 is a gold, so or sorry, 20 is a gold, so you would know that.
Maya's just gonna hand her some money.
Just some money? That's a helpful thing to claim.
Yeah, like 5 gold. Money doesn't make sense to Maya in any sense.
All right.
I'm sorry, my dear. I
work because it's hungry.
Hungry. Yes, dear. Yes, it's definitely hungry. But may I and she's just going to scoop that money up into a nice little nugget in her hand and lean over toward Foggy and go, "You just get this back to her when she's paying better attention, would you?"
All right. And I take it back from her. How much have I just been handed, rather?
Mayeb's 5 gold.
Maya said 5, yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry. All right.
Nobody wants Maya's money.
Nobody wants my money
Doesn't
either,
make
man.
sense to these people. They are these
They
people
are a
live in
trade and barter
society.
community, and
They
we
are
are
not
giving them money.
interested in making money. It's just not of value or import to them. They, if you were to offer some vegetables, now that she would take you up on that.
Well, I don't have any vegetables handy. I have some probably very terrifying, weird at this point.
Terrifying, weird what?
Cactus flowers.
I remember that. Yeah, very moldy cactus flowers. So yeah, we and she'll just give it back over to Foggy and say, now I don't really have much use for gold coin like this. Ms. Whitney does, but for me it's just not really of value to me. I could make use of maybe some vegetables, or if you happen to have some mead.
Sorry, people are texting me. Ah.
So she sort of hints at you that she has no use for the gold, but she would really appreciate some mead if you happen to have some mead or wine.
I do not believe I have any alcohol on my person, so I cannot help you with that, ma'am.
Well, that's all right, darling. If you happen to come by some next time you pass on through, you just remember me and you bring me a bottle of wine. I'd be very appreciative.
That I can do for you.
Cool. There you go.
Got to come back up here sometime in the future.
By the time you all get outside again, James, one of the James kids is out there, just one of the kids that was so enamored with Foggy, who probably put goat poop in his bag. You may recall you found goat poop in your bag.
Yep.
That little guy is standing in the middle of town, just itching and waiting for y'all to come back outside so he could grab on. So, come on, we're going to take you to the house. We've got to go back to the house. They said you're going to sleep in the house. You're going to sleep in my house. I'm going to show you where the beds are.
Mm-hmm.
And that you are escorted to the James house, where you recall having that gigantic communal breakfast with the whole damn town in the morning out front. And you may or may not remember there was some sneaky shenanigans with children trying to get in the house in the night.
We were super paranoid at that point, so we had barricaded the door.
Yeah. And unless there's something else y'all want to do or say or communicate while you're here in town, There's plenty of places to lay and sleep in this house that they have set you up in, just like before.
Are the Flaherty boys in town, or are they like out on
yeah.
a run for something?
If you ask Mrs. Baturn, she wouldn't know. If you ask Whitney, she would know. Yeah, the Flaherty boys are home right now. Sure. They just got back from.
Are you going to go show them what a bag of holding
let's
is?
say.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
go show
just
them
got
what a
back
bag of
from the
holding
mines.
is, and give them 5 gold to pick up some wine for Mrs. Batterns next time they go out.
You're so clever.
Oh,
That they can bring her back some booze in return for the crossbow bolts.
So you show one of them the bag of holding, and he's like, "Oh yes, I've seen one of these. Now we haven't been able to get one ourselves, but they are mightily useful. I've seen several of them, but they're quite expensive. This one is very handsome.
They're not always so shiny. Probably find some that are not quite as decked out.
Yeah.
And the next time you fellas go out, and I'm just going to hand them 5 gold, we owe Mrs. Batterns some wine. So if you don't mind picking some up for her.
Well, of course, I can do that. That's quite a bit of wine. I'm sure she'll be very happy with that. And he just tucks it in a pocket, knowing, he'll take care of that for you. Sure, no problem. We're gonna be in Dybrook sometime this week, so that'll be great. Take care of that.
There you go.
really?
Not Dybrook. I'm sorry, Dracot. Sorry. Dracot sometime this week.
I was gonna say they're traveling there.
Yeah, no, they don't go that far. But yeah, they're going to be back in
roll for
Dracot later this week. If anybody wants to mention to them that they need to pick up some more compasses,
Yeah, I'm gonna
now
do it.
would be the time.
Oh, yes, I would remind the boys of that.
You out.
And then, if you don't mind, Mama, I'm gonna do the asshole, or quote-unquote asshole, foggy thing. I've rolled what I offhandedly for myself called a confidence check in combination with his need for revelry recently. I still have on me, I would assume I still have on me. Do you remember at this point in real life, like months and months and months and months ago, Foggy at one point did stuff with a flaming rope dart, if meteor hammer technically affair. After some form of communal dinner that I assume would happen in one of these houses, he'd offered to go outside and do that just for a little bit of a show.
Entertain the children, because there
Yeah.
are quite a few of them.
Yeah, I'd totally be willing to step outside and do a 10-minute little display of some kind. Prefaced heavily with, do not do this yourselves, this is incredibly dangerous, but it looks really pretty.
Okay.
Would you like to do a performance check?
I have the D20 in my hand.
Guidance.
Thank you. Don't worry, y'all, it was a good roll. 3,
This is gonna be like strobing.
12 is 15 for, technically my charisma is +0, but can we call this a dex check? Considering this is
Yeah.
with a weapon I'm familiar with? Okay, so 15, 17 total.
Dexterity. Or dexterity.
Cool. Yeah. No accidents occur. None of the children are burned. You yourself are not burned. And it's pretty impressive. They're all just in awe.
And I will then once again
Children
repreface
are
that you are not to go doing this yourselves. It is an easy way to seriously injure somebody. So I'm only willing to do this for you all because I am very talented. Do not go doing this yourselves. Okay.
And all of the adults are like grabbing hold of the older children's shoulders and doing that parental finger nail squeeze on the shoulder, like, are you paying attention?
Not.
Which is exactly why I was doing it. Because I have no authority, but Mom and Dad sure do.
Yeah, yeah.
Hence, I was specifically willing to throw in the phrase, it's an easy way to seriously hurt someone. which the kids are going to be like, okay, but mom and dad are going to be like, yeah, it is a real easy way to hurt someone. John! It's...
Well, that would be highly appreciated. They are all tickled pink that there was the extra entertainment this week. Never have anything like that happen around here. It's so exciting. And those little boys are just, you know, the minute you put down fiery things right up in your face and asking questions and prodding and poking and yanking on your shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Answering any questions I
All the
can.
way want to be your favorite kids. Yep.
Of course.
Cool. Does somebody tell Samity about the suggestion that she could stay here and they would build her a house?
Foggy and Rasa are the only ones who know.
Yeah.
Rasa
I would-
probably would not,
Yeah.
because she
I'm-
had made it very clear that she didn't even want to go towards family that she didn't know, but actual family. She would rather go and make her way
Yeah.
with us. So knowing that she had done that, Rasa probably would not have mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna then go to this person who Foggy is now kind of protective over. Then go, hey, I know we already offered you a place to stay with people that you now trust very heartily. Would you like to go live with strangers? No. Foggy would
Well,
not
they
do
have
that.
offered to build her a house all her own.
I'm aware, however.
She's gonna be living
Hey,
in
you
our
could stay
huge
with
house.
us or stay here.
That's
have
true.
the offer
She'll be
is
living in
open.
your house with the young boys who live in the barn.
Yeah.
They're probably close to her age. You people have just decided to be the 5 parents of 3 teenagers.
Yes. Of course.
Good
It's
on
about
ya.
what it requires.
At least we're not trying to murder them.
That's true. Alrighty, so there we go.
Said the rogue
was
under her
great.
breath. Yet.
So you didn't even mention it to her. Great. Spend the night in town. I have no other built-in conversation or things to have happen in the community unless you do.
According to text in chat, Snaps is reading before bed. I assume you know what that means, Mama? Because player currently does not.
She's pretty much reading before bed every night, right?
Yeah, reading before bed every night.
May I be reminded of what that is?
How many more days of that do you have?
Well, I have
She's
to
got
get
a
to
pretty
80
thick book
hours,
to
and I'm getting
read.
like a couple hours a night here. Book of Exalted Deeds. I don't
Right.
have to read it within a certain time frame. I just have to get to 80, which is kind of why I'd like a cart so I can read while we travel.
Ah,
That's smart.
that would get through much faster.
Just tie a rope around you and
Piggyback. Just climb on Foggy's back.
we can't tie a rope around Snaps and Maev, man.
It'll be just like that cat that's being dragged.
yeah.
Just holding a book.
Maev is doing her nightly tattooing, and she's taking a decent bit of time and attention to adding Karak behind Foggy. Putting in lots of detail.
Good.
Sarah's looking at.
Sorry, say that
Dusk?
again, Ashley.
The current tattooing is very attention to detail, very detailed, adding Karak behind Foggy on her leg.
Got it.
Dusk would be just kind of reviewing the notes of, the titled "Facts About Me." just kind of reviewing them and jotting down. Yes, maybe his new nightly ritual is going to be to just spend some time thinking about his memories and trying to remember, using what he knows to try and see if anything comes to him.
I imagine
Building off of.
Yeah, if he spends a whole lot of time really focusing on it on any given occasion, you're welcome to roll another history check whenever you darn well please. And then I'd say if you do better than a 15,
Natural 20.
with a natural 20, you would have one of those major flashback moments. Even might remember what your father looked like.
Ooh.
There's a face. It's a huge looming face. But when it flashes in your mind, it doesn't give you any sense of fear or anything. It more gives you a sense of security and longing.
You get a little emotional.
Yeah. All alone on the couch.
That's going to be the first real moment of suddenly realizing how much you actually don't remember. That's going to be rough.
I can imagine just a face that should mean a lot to him, and all of a sudden it's like there. It's like, okay, because then that starts thinking, okay, well, what does my mom look like? Like, do I even?
And funny thing is, Dusk has seen his mom in a recent experience. You saw an aged version of your mother in one of those cave experiences, but you don't remember that it was your mom.
Yeah,
it just looked like some old lady.
Yeah. Yeah, that would probably screw Dusk up for a little while. Just you might go outside and take a walk. Might do some steps of night and do some flying up in the cool breeze. Find the cool breeze up 30, 40 feet up.
I see him perching on top of the house.
Don't forget you're up there this
sitting
time,
up
buddy.
there.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's not that upset. I think.
Maiev, not fully asleep, hears noise on the roof and looks around, notices the Dusk isn't here. Goes outside, looks up. Okay. Back inside. Dusk is doing that thing again.
He's doing the Superman
Santa?
thing.
Oh. Caw.
That
didn't
is
mesh with
what,
any of the memes that we
Little
threw
Big
out.
Bird sounds like.
Okay. So it's a meme I didn't know. Got it.
Cool.
It's how I do.
So unless there's
I'm just saying that Snaps would make sure that Samity gets the twin bed that she slept in last time. Snaps will sleep in a bedroll on the floor.
plenty of room, plenty of stuff, everything's great. Cool. So unless there's something more, there would be sleeping, and then there would be waking. And as you stumble out the front door in the morning, again, there is this huge lined up table situation with an entire town's worth of people. 39 in total surrounding the table and, picnicking on blankets nearby if there isn't enough butt room at the tables, and a spread of food beyond compare. Well, it compares really well to the last time you were in town, but you get my meaning. Lots and lots of things that could be eaten and consumed. And it is definitely a big family buffet style, help yourself, make your own plate, pig out session. More than enough food for everyone.
Can I rewind a little bit?
Yep.
Can I send Alablanthe a message before bed? It's been a few days
Sure.
since I talked to her, and we've been running through it.
Mhm.
Just
I gotta figure out how far Alablante is at this point.
I meant
Where
to
is
do it
that
like
map?
the first night, but I was like totally out of spell slots, and then I forgot about it. Then the next one.
Okay,
Ooh, I guess-
I'm ready.
Snaps here. Are you and sister okay? Fomorian threat dealt with. You can go north or continue south to Dybrook.
That is exactly 25.
I think it's
Okay.
like 20.
Right. Oh, no, yeah, that's 20. Sorry, yeah, you've got 5 more. I'm dumb.
I can't think of anything else to say. I just wanted to see if she's okay and let her know that the reason we were worried about her has been taken care of. We told her to go south. She can go back north if she wants to, or do whatever she wants.
You are free to move
Okay.
about the cabin.
Sorry.
That
That
gives
kind
me
of
an
snuck
idea.
up on me. YouTube didn't get to see me count that one, but thankfully they didn't because I counted it terribly.
So while
So
dusk is up on that roof.
Wait, you get a response because it's a message,
Yes.
right? It's a
Okay,
sending.
sorry.
It's ascending. Yes.
We made it here. What's her name again? Artelis says hi. Heads are lumpy.
Wait, what?
When are you
That's
gonna be
okay.
back? Are you counting?
Yes, I'm counting. You have 4 more words.
I don't know if we want to go north, so I don't know if.
Yep.
So I'd just burn one more and tell her on our way back at least about a week out. So I think I counted it up and we were like what 10 days or so, but I don't know. We might be doing some detours, we don't know. You are welcome to stay at Homestead for Wanderers. I'm glad you're safe. Is that 21?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's great. We've been enjoying staying here at the Unicorn and Toad. It's very nice, but the beds are lumpy. There's no
On
beds
those beds.
at your house, so
Done.
we're sleeping here.
You were out of words. You were out of words a little bit ago.
Okay.
And you talked a little quick, so I
Fair
think you
enough. I'm not gonna
technically
burn any
got.
more spell slots.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We're good enough for government work. Okay, I can now hide that again.
We'll transcribe that later.
Snaps is done.
Cool.
Desk is up on the roof.
Dust up on the roof because he just gave me an idea. So he's pondering that memory,
Son of a bitch.
and then he's gonna okay, I'm going to cast sending, and he's going to try and with that face in his mind, he's going to cast sending to his father.
I am ready to go.
And because he doesn't know anything else beyond that. He's like, "Hi, Dad. It's dusk. I mean, Raladan. Lost my memory and just remembered your face for the first time. What's going on with me?"
Ready to count, Mama.
But he would not know any better.
Dead.
Dusk has never attempted to do this. So.
I rolled a 00 and a 2.
00 and 2.
That's
so that would be
really
2. Because you can't have 102, so it's got to be
2.
the 2.
yeah. The way we do that is
and
that
there
if
is
you
a
roll 000,
5%
that's 100.
chance. Yeah, but 00 and a 2 would have to be
2.
Well, it would either be 2 or it would be 98.
it would be 98. It's either
It's 2 off
200
of 100.
or 2.
Yeah, I view
I'm
that
gonna
as
go
2.
with 2.
I view that as 2. Because your only other
I'm
option
gonna
is
go
making
with
it
2.
102, which would be
How
12.
else would you get single digits?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
the
would
double
there
zero,
is
then
no
you
other way
add
to
the
get
single
single
back.
digits. Yeah.
Either way, it's a low roll. Super.
Yeah.
We don't have brain cells either.
And there is a 5% chance that a message doesn't arrive if you're sending it to a different plane. So you simply don't get a reply.
Okay.
And I think you have a spell for contact other plane, right?
I think Cleric gets it
this
eventually, but I
level?
don't know at 8th level we do.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, you gave it to Little Bit as a special thing. She could go meditate in a little room, and
That
then
was
immediately there, yeah, the next level up, she got it as a spell.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what level that was. Eventually, you will be able to just, call up your dad. And if he were still in the gray, I wouldn't have considered. I would have just skipped the roll altogether and let you. But being that was in the gray quite some time ago, and has
Okay.
moved on from there quite some time ago, I don't imagine you'd get a response.
So yeah, Dusk would. Not sure if he inherently knows that. So he's going to assume probably either A, he didn't know how to respond, or maybe the worst case scenario would cross his mind. It's like, is he not able to receive my messages? Oh boy.
Maybe he's an adventurer and he's off in the Feywild. You don't know.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. Maybe Snaps can
Dusk is just taking these emotional hits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all over again. He's just like puzzled. He's thinking he'll eventually go back to bed, but not before just pondering what it all means.
And forgive me, I cannot recall. Have you sent a message to your mother since all of this happened?
He wouldn't know how at the moment
Okay.
because
Cool.
he can't picture his mother in his mind.
So, sending on the roof, sending in the house. We go to sleep. We wake up on day 45 on, yes, the 15th of Kithorn. And I will need a wisdom saving throw from Rasa, please.
I just figured
was
out
my
what it
plus?
is.
3.
17.
May I have a wisdom saving throw from Dusk, please?
23.
Fabulous. I'm quite pleased that happened here in the community. You wake up in the morning, you've had this great breakfast, all the children, clamoring for attention. And Rasa, you may remember those little girls were just so bound to be near you that one morning, trying to bring you food and bring you stuff and want to be just like you. And both of them now are wearing pants when you arrive. And one of them's got a little wooden sword strapped to her hip. And she has a real hard time sitting on her knees on the ground, kneeling next to you because that stupid sword keeps jabbing into the ground and hiking her belt all the way up to her armpit. She has a real hard time figuring out how to kneel on the ground with a stupid long stick. But they're quite excited to see you. And of course, totally won't talk to you. Just right up close by and just staring. Do.
Rasa would try to figure out a way to play some sort of game with them just to try and lighten it and make it fun and playful. And
Yeah, because I think you scared the piss out of them last time you were here. But it did result in them both butching it up. So that's cool. Alrighty. So unless there's anything else in this town,
Do I have more goat
unless
poop in
any
my
of you
bag?
want to act. What's that?
Do I have any more goat poop in my bag?
Would you like?
Would I like to check? Absolutely, I would like to check.
Are you going to check right there at the breakfast table or after you've left town?
I'll leave town first. That's a good point.
And before I forget, how many pieces is the dagger in?
Oh, it's in 3 pieces again.
Okay.
Sorry,
Not a problem.
I suck. Alrighty. Anything else
Hey.
in town before we wander off?
I have a question for Rasa.
Mm-hmm.
I know we haven't gotten into any. I hate to have this conversation at the breakfast table, but I don't want to forget to ask this of you later. We haven't gotten into many scraps recently. Is there any particular reason, or maybe you just do it and I haven't noticed? You assemble that thing every morning, and it falls apart every morning in a different way, which is strange to me still. Is there any reason you don't just slip that onto your offhand at the start of every fight? Just to have it at the ready? Because if you do that, I just haven't noticed it. Because I very rarely see it in use. You reassemble it every morning, but...
I reassemble it. So I'm not entirely sure Rasa really knows too much about what all it can do. She knows that it was a gift from the visitor at this point, and that when I pissed the visitor off, it stopped working entirely. Stopped going back together or things like that.
Mhm.
Right now, I think she's using it more as just a daily check-in that she's on the right path, more so than using it for its actual ability. Because if I'm not mistaken, player knows that it doesn't do much other than gives me another use of my breath weapon.
It currently recharges your breath weapon. I, as a player,
Yep.
technically know that because I know that magic item, but...
Yep. Otherwise, I think Rasa still prefers to keep her distance from things, and she's
Which is
not
valid.
willing to throw something that has been gifted to her.
That's fair. Okay.
And I think that's mainly the reason why she doesn't, is more of it was a gift and she's going to keep it close, and rather than chuck it away when I've got, psychic blades that magically reappear every time I need them. So
that's valid. I just was wondering if there was a reason in your head, because I always understood that, like, obviously if I'm gifted personally, like, weapons are kind of important to me. Could you tell? But if I were gifted a weapon, I generally try to ensure, like, unless it's purely ceremonial, which you can usually tell in its design, I try to ensure it gets some kind of use. First time I had a knife given to me as a gift, it never left my hand unless I actively needed both my hands. So, I don't know, it's just something to think about. And then he shrugs. I don't know what else to add other than that. But if it's because you don't handle combat in a way that requires you to get in close, then fair.
Yeah, I think that's more of what it is I don't like getting up close and personal if I don't have to. So,
All right.
and yeah, it seems wrong to throw a gift.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely
just not
definitely
something-
don't go throwing that thing. Last thing we need
Yeah.
is for you to huck it at something, and then all of a sudden it ends up going through bushes, and then all of a sudden we can't find it
Gone.
anymore.
Yep.
I
Sorry
can
about that.
locate object.
Yeah. No.
God
Mhm.
touched. That's the language you were given.
And Mama, correct me if I'm wrong, because player is only half remembering its actual appearance. It's not, because it is a curved, standard, dagger design with a dragon head on the pommel. But it also has a knuckle duster style guard over the fingertips, does it not?
I believe so.
I'm just trying to remember its design.
Yeah, I think it's the handle. Your hand goes through a
Yeah.
a shape.
And so as he gestured about just slipping it onto the offhand, he would have gestured as though the blade came out pinky side. At the very least as a parrying dagger. Just so that you have it on hand in case something were to approach. But you're slippery enough that you probably won't even ever have that problem. But I don't know. Just something to think about.
Trying to put it back, but it's not working.
What is not working, Ashley West?
I have a picture of it, but it's just not loading into the chat.
Hold on.
Here we are. I'm just bringing it up on my phone.
Copy.
This one.
Yeah.
Open was. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
It might eventually load in the main chat.
Brand has a
Can I really don't want to be that guy, but you did just offer information in regards to the thing. But since it is a topic of conversation, can I take another look at it, Mama? And attempt some kind of figure it the hell out roll? Even though we know I know very little about
the hell out spell.
No, as in like just sitting with it and letting it roll around in my head with it in my hand. I don't know what the hell I'd be trying to do.
pretty open.
I mean, you could do an Arcana check, I suppose, if you're trying to determine what the enchantment on it is.
Yeah, but
But
I
you
would
already
literally
know what the
yeah.
enchantment on
Yeah.
it is.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure
Um,
things out.
Yeah. Da!
There it
There
is.
it be. So the head of the dragon on this thing curls up the back of your. So when you're holding it, the dragon's head curls up this way, and in front of your fingers would be a something that's like a serrated blade. It's a blunt. It's maybe it looks like scales, like a fish
Gotcha.
fin that sticks out perpendicular to your fingers. I mean,
Yeah. So if you punched with it, it would create a slice.
yeah. Is that how that would work?
Kinda. But it would
Hands
more
in there, and the thing. Which way would the head
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
maybe I'm
dragon
wrong.
go?
Maybe I'm wrong.
It would depend on how you hold it.
Yeah, because if you held it with blade coming out pinky side, that would put the frills here-ish.
Oh,
But if you held it with the blade here,
Yeah,
the frills are here-ish. I always
don't know.
envisioned.
You
I always
people have
envisioned.
fun with it.
Yeah, it'd be fine. I always envisioned blade coming out pinky side whenever I had it wielded, anyways. In my brain.
Okay, so
Anyway, yeah. Sorry. I totally derailed everything. I apologize.
yeah, I'm not sure what kind of check you wanted to do, but
It was going
if you
to be
tell me what
completely
kind of check
fruitless
you wanted
anyway.
to do-
Um,
Okay, well there you go.
because yeah, and any check I literally just ran down the skill list 3 times, and every time I landed on a check, my modifier was +0. So I'm just gonna put that d20 back.
Okay.
All I would literally be able to discern is that it is a fine piece of craftsmanship. Yeah, no,
Did you
religion's
guys glue
+0.
it together?
Hear me out here.
No, I used tape at the time.
Snaps is saying, "Hear me out here."
We don't know what that red dragon is after. What if it's after the dagger because God touched?
It
We've
would have been after
assumed
us
egg.
much. We have assumed egg. It would have been after us much sooner. To be fair, because we've had that dagger a long time. A
few
good
days to a
thought,
week
but
before we got the egg.
really, huh?
Hmm. We've only known each other for, what, 40, 50 days now?
Yeah. Not long.
God, time in D&D is hard to quantify.
2 years for us, like a month, 2 months in game.
Yeah.
Could be the dagger, could be the egg, could be something we haven't figured out yet, but I can't think of anything else. Speaking of, have we left town yet?
If you tell me you've left town, by golly, you've left town.
Because I have a conversation for the road, away from town, away from...
Yeah, let's say
Normies that
we
it's gonna
left
freak
town.
out.
Yeah. Let's say we left town during the dagger
The
conversation.
entire town is in town waving you on.
Love
Goodbye.
you have a good day.
Hello.
Yoo-hoo.
I try not
Visit
to.
us anytime. And
I
so
have
we're on the
thoughts.
road.
I feel like Snaps has had like a bug in her brain, a bee in her bonnet, and last night while she was trying to sleep, it kind of came to a culmination. She didn't sleep very well.
Oh boy.
I've been thinking about the dragon attack on Dybrook. Something about it is bothering me.
Mm.
So the dragon attacked the Southern Theater. The Southern Theater is where we had the town meeting where Mrs. Stumblethump number 2, who we later found out was a red dragonborn named Denore, had a freak out, disappeared. We don't know what it is after. We do know that Denore, we met her in the past and there was the big bad fight and our smiley friend, the visitor, came and saved our asses. But we had Denore, had the blurry guy, and the two of them were working for someone named Bramat. Is Bramat the dragon? Or is Bramat working with the dragon? Is this all related? Because we know Denore, so Snaps is just trying to put all this in her brain, and there's smoke coming out of her ears. We know Denore's whole thing was that she was doing a Scooby-Doo plot where her and Blurry Guy were trying to scare people away from Dybrook. They had gotten the bandits with the bald patches to scare people away to burn farms, and we dealt with those guys, but they kidnapped Mrs. Scaros, and they were going to let her go apparently so that she could tell people of the scary thing that happened so people would be scared and leave Dybrook. According to Mrs. Scaros, no one was killed in the dragon attack, but people are scared and starting to leave Dybrook. So I'm wondering if this is now related to Blurry Guy and Bramat. Yes, exactly. That is what Snaps is doing right now.
As we're walking.
Snaps was tossing and turning and not sleeping well last night.
What's
Like, we never resolved that plot line.
Well, yeah, there was no closure, as it were. Right. There was one that got away. So it stands to reason.
Just, I feel
Whether
like
out of
there's,
vengeance-
I feel like there's still an unresolved thread there, and maybe it's connected to this dragon.
There was a part of me that thought that maybe these Fomorians were connected to it. Clearly, that was not the case, or at least it doesn't seem like it. So it could very well be some nefarious plots are afoot, and why the red dragon would just kind of be on a limited, vengeful track. I don't know, but because if the red dragon were like really cheesed off at Dybrook in general or something, it could have raised the whole town. Thank goodness it didn't, but
Either
How
maybe the
much-
dragon is Bramat, we're working with Bramat, or maybe Bramat tricked the dragon into thinking something we have is in Dybrook or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, Mom. I'm going to ask another question about Foggy's knowledge of things. How much do I know about the history of Dragonborns and dragons? Doesn't really affect my people, so I don't know how much of it I'd know.
You could do a history check. Let me know what you're trying to remember or understand.
I'm gonna give you a specific piece of information that I, as a player, know, and I'm wondering if Foggy also knows it. Total of 17, because that's plus fucking 0. Dragonborn were created by dragons to exist as slaves.
Yeah, pretty much everybody knows that.
Okay. So Foggy would then posit, I don't know that a dragon should truly give a damn about a community of Dragonborn getting their home taken away, because if this had happened, like if the inciting incident, we'll call it, is that these Dragonborn were pushed from their home, that means we're past the point that Dragonborn have broken away from being slaves, and I don't think a dragon themselves would give a shit. To be fair. I hate to throw off your narrative, but
I'm muted. Unless Bramat is not the dragon, and we don't even know who Bramat is. We don't know if Bramat
fair.
is a dragonborn. And
This is fair.
has possibly somehow set this dragon on Dybrook by telling the dragon that something it's looking for is there, or that we have it. I don't know.
Yeah. Alright.
It's just the whole scaring people away and attacking the Southern Theater, and the fact that we don't know who Bramat is. Has all
Lots
kind
of
been
unknown
sticking in my
variables
brain.
up in the air. That is an understandable reason to struggle
We
sleeping.
never found out who was behind that shit, and Mrs. Scaros wants us back home, and we're like at least a week out, and we still want to gather some things along the eastern coast and gather maybe some information on the way back. But yeah, just word vomiting all that out there.
Yeah, so it's not just in your brain. I understand that. That makes sense.
Make you guys rub the brain cell for a little while regarding
Yeah.
Samity listens to all of that and shits herself.
We keep forgetting she's with us somehow.
And just
like, hey, here you
earmuffs
go,
and
hon. Just put these on.
Why have I aligned myself with these people? I could have had a house. I could have had cheese. No, they didn't tell her about the cheese.
But there was a bag of 50 gold pieces and a shiny
She
new
got
backpack.
50 gold pieces.
And a crossbow.
And a
That
crossbow.
she can feed now.
Yeah, how's that going?
Yep.
Probably better.
I am sure on
It's
the walk
probably about the same,
from
honestly.
the community
'cause
to the trade road, you all will figure that shit out.
It's gonna be slow going because Maya only has experience with the magically loading itself crossbow, so she's fumbling trying to show her how to load this fucking thing.
I imagine that Rasa would step in
Rasa
and
would have
assist
stepped up to
periodically.
help.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and Foggy
By the
will
end
full on.
of this 8 hours of travel, she's kind of got it down. She's
Okay,
she's
and
figured out how to load and how to shoot.
Foggy will totally offer, like, knowing the skills he's got, he will totally offer to be a target, because she will get to the point that she can confidently point and shoot. She's not going to hit Foggy, because Foggy can do that. So he will very confidently say, "You will not injure me. Shoot me." Good, and then hand it back to her again.
Okay. Anything else on this 8 hours of travel? Cool. This 8 hours, let's see, you slept at the community, you head south toward the trade road. We're going to go with more fast travel, no extra rolls, no complications along the way. It's 1 day of travel to the trade road. So you need to decide at this point on this day whether you are going to go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3.
I
Still
don't
in
think
the
we're on that map
community.
yet.
Did I put you on the wrong map?
We're still on community.
Yeah, we can still
Good
see
golly.
the
I'm
community.
such an idiot.
Much better.
So, you started at the community. You could go 1, 2, 3, 3, or 3.
Glass.
Our goal
Yeah,
is
I think we were going
Artglass,
to Artglass.
Okarthel, Homestead of Joy, Dybrook. That's our goal.
Art glass. Were we going to Crowless for potions
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I'm a liar.
Roll.
around the peninsula? Maybe with a cart.
Yeah. Artglass, Crowless, potentially Barkin now. Unless we just cut through the forest to go straight to Ormskirk and then Okarthel, Homestead of Joy, Dybrook. Or, the whole, we could totally, that's probably the better one for it. We could totally do the whole 9 million mile journey if we wanted to.
Rasa wouldn't mind the whole 9 million mile journey.
She's like, yeah, no rush to get back.
And travel on the road is easier. And didn't we at some point talk about possibly taking the egg to Wort Hurl Academy to get it checked out? And maybe they
I'm
might
becoming less and less
the
okay with
Draconic
that idea.
Champions. Okay. Also, didn't the dragon fly south after it attacked Dybrook? So maybe
Yeah.
don't go south.
Oh yeah, is that right, Mama? Did it break South Theater and then leave southwards?
Yes, it departed southward.
It's on the volcano, guys. It has to.
That's how that works. You put a volcano on the map, you put a big bad there. Obviously. We should go there immediately.
Yep.
Just
we
the
know
same
Artglass and then
issue we
Crowless.
had
We'll
with the
figure it out from there.
Tamphomorians.
Danger, let's go.
Just the same
Okay,
exact problem
then,
with the Fomorians. That's
You
fine.
are on the edge of the water where the trade road touches the edge of the northern tip of the bay. There isn't really anything to be seen here. There's no town. There's nothing really here other than the trade road. You can meander your way up into the this mountain on the right or on the left, or pitch a tent on the beach. It's really up to you. Unless there's more role play that you want to do on this day, we'll put up the dome. Drop the dome.
Maev is absolutely going to go for a stroll underwater, at least for a little bit before bed.
Alrighty.
It is
staying
refreshing
away-
and salty.
Snaps is staying away
Snaps is
from the
staying
water.
away from the water. Snaps likes to swim, but she did not have a good time the last time she was on a beach. So she's just gonna stay back. She almost died.
Foggy will stick with it.
Rasa would warn Samity that Maev is not trying to drown herself.
Good idea. She'll be amazed when you come back out after that long walk under the water. That's just amazing that you can do that. That's your neck looks weird, but that's cool. That's
Did
really cool.
I manage
Just
to catch any fish while I was down there?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Let me have a dexterity check.
Mulan this shit. Mulan this shit. Mulan this shit. Just
Dexterity?
Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
yeah.
Actually, just got yourself one really big fish, came up on land, dropped it off, and then wandered back into the water and came back with a big long eel.
Nice.
Foggy will out loud say, "Hey, stop stealing my job."
Look, I couldn't help it, man. It was right in my face, and I tried to smack it, and instead of smacking it, I grabbed it, and so I went, dinner, and I brought it up, and then I went back to my walk.
Oh, well, if it's right in your face and then it doesn't fight you, then yeah. If it's right up in your face, go ahead, steal my job. I don't care. But don't go actively stealing my job. I've got one thing I'm good at, he says, lying to himself.
Lovely seafood dinner. Lovely seafood dinner. Dome goes up.
Use
The
rations
morning
today or no?
No, don't bother.
Yeah, it's a nat 20, man.
Because that was fish and eel. You're good. Day 46, you wake up in the morning, and I need wisdom saving throw from Maya.
From Maya. Maya's
Yeah.
gonna have to try to talk to her husband. Oh, that's not good. That's a 10.
Oh, boy.
Cool.
Oh, boy.
And then Augie.
19. Wait, I'm a liar.
So close.
I did not add my modifier. I just called out the die. 22.
Oh, you get this weird prickly feeling.
For a
While you guys are
22?
eating- Yeah. It's weird. Something's fucking going on. Like you have this urge to look around. Like what? Who? Somebody's watching. Something is coming. The bad guys are here. So, something is going on.
Foggy trusts that instinct. He will stand up and 180.
Cool. You don't see a fucking thing.
For the benefit of an unseen audience, Foggy will close his eyes, focus for a minute, and open them, and they have changed. Can I lean into Kurok and try and get a sense of smell thing and, like, pull from just another sense? I'll burn a rage if you want me to.
Yes, please.
And am I burning a rage on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a perception check. Yeah, you could use advantage if you like.
And then you said perception?
Yeah.
Thank God. Dirty 20.
You are befuddled, freaked out. You and Kurok both are having this sense that something is happening, something is coming, something. You're like scanning the water, looking for ripples, trying to figure out where this feeling is coming from, but you don't see anything, you don't smell anything aside from your own traveling group. And, fresh salt air. It's completely distressing and befuddling. You're certain that you've sensed something, but you can't seem to pinpoint it. And you have jumped to your feet during meal, and everybody else is watching you spin on a swivel.
Yeah, and at some point I stood up and turned away from them with his normal eyes. But then if he then went back to then also scan the water, his eyes have changed.
Foggy, you alright over there?
Mike didn't even pick up that I just growled. Sorry about that. And at some point the eyes go back. Nothing. Which is weird, because I fucking felt something. We fucking felt something.
Dust's gonna cast see invisibility.
Cool. That's a good idea.
I like how I, as a player, because there's a camera on me, I'm feeling this urge to actually...
Looking around.
Totally did that unconsciously.
So
I was just kind of looking at between Rasa and Snaps and Dusk, like...
And see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
Oh,
The
no.
dogs just knocked something
Oh,
over.
it's in their room! Save them!
Yeah.
So Dusk does his little magicy woohoo stuff and does a scan just like Foggy did. And as your vision passes by Foggy, there is something happening. It's like an orb. Yeah, it's a sphere that's just sort of floating, but not solid. Like it's weird, but you can see something happening just off his left shoulder. Like
And
left shoulder, like here.
I'd
And when
say
he moves, it moves.
don't move.
When he
Foggy.
rotates, it rotates.
If you just out loud said,
Something
don't move,
moves.
Foggy, he freezes.
It's just move. It's something above your shoulder. It's like an orb.
Okay.
It's floating there and sort of just hanging on you.
Maya's just gonna grab her crossbow, lean over to Dusk, and go, "Where is it?"
It's above his left shoulder, but I don't think that's going to do anything. It's like because as he was moving, it sort of shifts with him.
If I
Like it's
gently
focusing on
and
him.
carefully walk up to you, do you think you could dispel and get rid of it?
Certainly try.
And he
Alright.
starts slowly
Just sort of
approaching Dusk.
nonchalantly. And I'm gonna be like, blessings of Luna, and cast dispel magic and just kind of like clap his back, but like try to swipe my hand through it. Not sure if that.
I believe if you are dispel magicking on somebody's active spell, I think it's based on their spell save DC.
Level that.
I don't know.
I understood that reference.
Yay, he's learning.
Question is, I don't know if I don't
Hello.
think Dusk would innately know what the heck that means.
Do you not
Does
have?
Dusk have scrying as a skill?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't
Yeah.
think we can scry yet at a level. I think that requires level 9 or 10.
The 5th level, which we don't have yet.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going to take till 10th level, so no, he doesn't know what the fuck that is.
Yep. So,
I think we've
but
spoken about we know what scrying is, we just can't do it yet.
yeah,
Is that like an Arcana check maybe to try and figure it out, or
yeah. I just want to find out whether dispel magic will make it go away because I don't know what levels of things are. So, 3rd level, it ends. It didn't. For each level above 4th, for each spell of 4th or higher, I need you to make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
all right, let me just make
Oh
sure.
yeah,
I have
DC
dispel
is
magic,
10
'cause
plus
I thought
the
I had
spell's
it.
level.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's disgusting.
Thought I have it. Hold on.
It's a 3rd level spell.
There it is. Yeah, I do. Just making sure I clicked it. Sorry, say that again.
It's a 3rd level spell.
No, the roll I gotta
No,
do.
sorry.
Is,
Yeah, sorry, I'll be quiet. Dispel magic is 3rd level. I was helping you find it.
yes,
Mhm.
I got it. I just want to make sure I had it. And you want me to roll something?
Yes, your DC
yes.
is 10 plus the level of the spell, which Mom will tell you if you manage.
So you're rolling your for each
I think
it's like my spell.
magical effect, any
My spell
spell.
attack.
Ability
Right,
check
roll.
using ability check using your spellcasting ability.
So for you, it would be a D20 plus your raw wisdom.
There you go.
Oh, it's not
Not
plus my spell attack.
not plus your spell attack, plus your spellcasting ability. So it is just plus your wisdom.
Okay, plus 4. Okay. All right. 15.
With the
Beats
plus.
it, beats it.
Yes.
That is.
Yeah, beats it, beats it. So as soon as he waves his arm and casts that spell, it disappears.
Ha! Got the little bugger. It's no longer there. Seems to have done the trick. Oh. Not sure what that implies. With little invisible orbs hovering around you.
Yep.
You'll learn eventually.
I was gonna say, or is it worth trying to
Who said that?
Arcana check it with?
Oh,
What?
sorry, that was the DM. I'm sorry.
I'm being funny.
Yeah, if you want to try an Arcana check to describe to everybody what you saw, that it
Yeah,
looked like
say-
it was somewhere in between the ethereal plane and the material plane, but it was like invisible, but it was like in ethereal. There was something weird about it. It was definitely a bizarrely, magically invisible thing.
It's like I could use some help trying to suss this one out. If someone wants to lean in on this.
Oh yeah, I'm
Like
gonna
to.
do that Arcana check because of the explanation of my expertise in Arcana my proficiency in Arcana is that I grew up in this mishmash community with several different types
Magical
of
people all around you,
people.
yeah. I see Snaps bouncing around in the stand going, guidance you, guidance you, guidance you, guidance you.
Every
Duck
6
goose
seconds,
with
just
Oh, did she hit me with guidance too?
yeah,
Yep.
out of D4.
He did a duck goose with guidance.
7, 18, 19.
Every time someone's got that face of it's on the tip of my fucking tongue. Boop!
With guidance, it's a 19 Arcana check.
Nice.
That's good.
Your intelligence is in very, very specific places, and
How'd
I
you
like
do,
that.
Dusk?
I've got
Well,
a 0.
Okay. So you're just racking your brain, sitting in the
That's-
sand, scratching your head like, I don't understand. It went away. It must have been magical, right? And Snaps was well over 18.
Was Maev.
I
who
have
got
was well
a
over
good
18.
roll.
Where was Snaps?
9.
9.
My Ev is like-
okay.
And Dustin was like,
Maev beat
Okay,
the
so
2
4
clerics.
on the guidance.
The two who would definitely know that scrying exists as a thing.
Yeah.
Can't seem to put their finger on it doesn't draw a straight line for you. But Maev is like, okay. This is like it had to be like something that could somehow knew where Foggy was, or it wouldn't, you know what I mean? That kind of language coming out of Maev that clearly you've got the gist that it's got something to do with location or finding or something.
Felt like he was being watched, so something was watching him.
Yeah. But whatever
What I
magic-y
would-
person did the magic-y thing is clearly doing something about location or finding or, trying to figure out where Foggy is.
Dusk is like, are you sure it's magic? I just smashed the invisible bug. It went bye-bye.
Look, Dusky, I grew up a town, Equinshire. It was all kinds of different peoples, all kinds of different types of peoples with different abilities, and it really threw me off when that one lady just popped into my head to tell me my son fell through the roof. But lots of magic-y people over there.
You want me to smash invisible magic-y people?
No, the smashing is my job.
Oh, see, I'm still getting a hang of this whole magic thing, I guess.
Husk smash.
If
More
anything,
of a
that
blunt
particular
instrument.
phrase is supposed to belong to Foggy, man. Come on. I remind you, unintentionally written the Hulk, man. Come on.
I need to stay in my lane, as it were. So I will trust your judgment. So we think someone was
trying
watching
to find
Foggy.
Fog.
Yeah.
So somebody was watching Foggy. Somebody that knows Foggy.
Or trying to find Foggy or something.
Potential people that you have pissed off in your former
It could
misadventures, as they
it
were.
could be a great many number of people, my friend.
Okay, well, hopefully they're very far
I
away.
suppose
from here.
if I had to give a specific potential name, Mama, we would have to do some rolling of several D100s to discern if I've ever pissed off a mage.
Yeah,
But
I'm
as a
sure
character,
somewhere
yeah.
along the line, you pissed off a mage or two along the way. Yes.
But also, I as a character are probably smart enough to gather it's probably not my past. Although, no, I don't know that everybody else has been saving against the fucking scry.
No, you don't.
Technically speaking, you are very kind in having given me the opportunity to notice I've been scried upon.
Well, you were the
Well,
only
you're the
one
one
that
who's
rolled over a
actually-
20.
Oh, yeah.
20 or better. Yeah, it's
Oh.
the first time anybody did a morning roll that was a 20 or better.
Got it. Okay.
I had a 3. Didn't I have a 23?
No,
No.
definitely not. Because you would have felt, well, you know what? I take that back. There was one time where you had an inkling feeling, but you didn't do anything with it.
Okay.
Either it didn't occur to you to cast see invisibility, or you didn't have it yet. I'm not sure. You did have an inkling feeling that there was something, like you felt like someone was watching.
All right. That's cool. Now that
Out of character, I don't think Snaps has ever rolled one.
No, I don't think you have.
Snaps came to the group after everybody else.
But that's metagaming.
Yeah.
Let's stop
how
doing
do
that.
we stop people from? How do we stop
was
people
that?
from doing that to you, there, Foggy? You know, maybe we'll have to ask somebody who knows stuff.
Yeah, that's... If Maev is right, and I trust her on this, if Maev is right in that it's magic of some form, I gather magic designed specifically to counter other specific magic is probably something that we need an expert on. Does that make sense? Is that logical? That doesn't seem like something that we can just talk to a potion maker and say, so, do you have anything that prevents this very specific circumstance? I don't think that would be a very fruitful endeavor.
We have just hit the trade road, so maybe there's a fancier shop than Orts and All Sorts in one of these towns along here that might have something. Or at least a disguise kit.
Or at least a disguise kit, which would be nice.
If someone's after you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So breakfast got blown up. Somehow, 3 days of fast travel has still taken us 3 hours.
Sorry. We ruined plans. There's still another day of travel to get to Ardglass.
Yeah, it's 11 p.m. and you have 6 hours of travel to get to Ardglass. And Sarah is probably fading. So, do we want to arrive in Ardglass and have one of these fights? Or do we want to just be done and arrive in Ardglass at the beginning next time?
I would personally argue because we can arrive in Ardglass
and then have the fight next time.
Ooh, that's also valid.
That way we get whatever role play we're going to do tonight out of the way, and then next time it's just fighting in art class. We want to make it to art class, maybe tonight.
Yes. Take it to art glass and get lots of booze.
Yes.
And Booze and Snaps needs a bath. I'm pretty sure she still has Fomorian blood in her undercoat from the one we dismembered.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You're
So,
going to see the glory of Bovinicus.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
She couldn't hear what that sounded.
Foggy, you don't understand. This is from Candlekeep.
Nightmare.
Oh no!
That sentient armor we were talking about.
Bovinicus.
Bovinicus. The glories. Okay.
Holy cow.
No! Don't say those words to me, Ashley West! Don't do that! Oh, damn it!
wait, what did Wes say? Oh,
Ashley West just
wait. What?
Ashley West just said the words "holy cow" in regards to this fucking paladin.
Minotaur Paladin.
God damn
Fine,
it!
Bovinicus.
Okay, well, I have to apologize, but I need to run to the restroom. But I'm really pretty quick about peeing, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, did you make this town?
Yes.
This is insane. This is amazing.
Oh, holy crap! I hadn't even tapped in to look at it yet because I've been looking at people's faces. Holy crap!
Yeah, he's not been coming to bed until about 2 a.m.
I did
most
all-
days.
Is that an
This-
arena?
Holy
yeah.
fraggle-roly.
Yeah. This is like this is like the 6th draft. I kept screwing up a bunch of things, and it was with certain things it's just easier to start over. With blending of the backgrounds and stuff. But this is like culmination of last night and a little bit of today to add like the
Oh, is that what you were doing instead of doing when I took the killed children away from you?
for like 30 minutes.
I think
Yeah. I had to finish it up. I had to add trees and some building. But yeah, that's a fighting pit. That's you'll see.
That's amazing.
Holy
I think we should
Town
call him Bovinicus the Fourth because, and he's very salty because he's lost his great 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 grandfather's armor.
Oh boy.
Okay. So,
Who says he's becoming the armor?
So, you are traveling along the trade road, and as you approach what appears to be a town or a village in front of you, you also see to the south tons of farmland, lots and lots of very tall farmland, tall growing vegetables in rows. If anybody's familiar with what a cornfield looks like, it's a frickin' cornfield. Lots and lots and lots of cornfields.
I've been to Illinois and Ohio.
Best keep the change.
That's all cornfield.
Sis, don't.
And you make your way into town.
I already have.
Damn
What?
you. She made a Children of the Corn joke.
Oh, yes, the little white-haired, red-eyed.
I said best keep the children out of there.
So, huge cornfields. As you approach the town, there's smaller residential buildings. Many of them have these little like outhouses attached or in the yard. And there is a prevailing fragrance, I believe, very chemically,
Like-
in the whole damn town.
Brewery situation.
Yeah,
Yeah, mash,
pungent,
corn mash,
fermenting,
fermenting stuff.
fermenting grain, not, corn rather.
Yeah.
You wanna call-
4, 5.
She counting.
I'm counting what appears to be distillery locations.
Oh, there's a.
Oh, yeah. Well,
There's
the farm down here, each of the farms has a really big, like, barn structure that could very well have something to do with processing all of this corn. And then several of the houses have little shacks that probably have something to do with all this corn, because it's corn as far as the eye can see to the south and west of you. And
Well,
you
I'm
make your
counting
way into
6.
this little
Jesus.
town.
Unless those big ol' what appear to be like brass-ish cylinders around things. I'm counting 6 because you missed one up here, says.
anything with
Yeah.
those brass cylinders is a.
Yeah, 1, 2,
distillery.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
Jesus.
great big grain silo. So that one would be one that does much greater percentage of the production in the town.
Nice.
Those ones with the silos out front. So you make your way into this town. People don't seem to react oddly to your approach. It's apparently not uncommon for folks to show up in this area along the trade road. This is a fork in the trade road. You could choose to travel on this path
Hold up.
and
We lost
go
somebody.
almost.
We lost Ashley West.
Mm-hmm.
There she is. Hello.
Hey. Did you disappear because you couldn't hear? No, we can't hear her. Are you muted? She's gone again.
Oh, her Discord's getting mad. She's back. She's unmuted.
Oh, we still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There
Oh,
we
yes,
go.
I can.
Okay.
How much did you miss?
We were talking about the fork in the road, which I figure we were talking about. West
Oh,
goes
yep,
to
that was it.
Oberthal.
Cool.
South probably goes
Yeah,
North
there's-
Corliss.
Yeah, one fork in the road goes pretty much straight west, and the other fork curves around the town and heads south, then back out toward the water a little bit.
Oh, I gotta add a nameplate for the town. I forgot to do that.
What's that?
I forgot to add a nameplate for the town.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that eventually. There's plenty of room up there. So up there on that portion of the screen that somebody is pointing at, in that direction, you see nothing but mountain. Great, big, huge mountain that you can't see past. Like they block the horizon. Just huge, vast mountains. And
I'm
then
assuming
this down
the-
here,
yeah.
this bit of mountainousness down here, if you remember from the original map, I'll drag you back over there.
Ah.
See how the town is nestled in between these big
Oh
mountains.
yeah, there's a
and
little
this
bit of break
mountain?
in. There's a little bit of break, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where the town is.
Cool. That's a smart fucking place to settle.
Where is the map? Cool.
There we go.
So, huge, huge farms to the south and west, and little structures and buildings. And if you chose to walk right into the center of town, you would arrive at what appears to be a general store and an inn.
In, please.
Yes.
First order of business is finding the booze that Jean had and buying a lot of it.
Ross is more concerned about just washing the more stink.
Wait, Ross was more concerned about what?
Washing the
Washing
Fomorian off
the
of her.
stink of
Washing,
the road
yeah.
off. So you find yourself.
Mariam already washed up. She went for a walk in the ocean.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
ready for booze.
And you cleaned up 2 days ago when you were at the community. So you find yourselves greeted by a beautiful rustic inn. I do not have a close-up view of the inn like you have in Dybrook. Sorry. As you enter the inn, you are greeted by That's Crowless.
Holy
That's
hell.
Crowless.
Will, you madman.
You are.
What?
There's unnecessary amounts of detail here. Am I seeing random bulletin boards everywhere? Is that what these are?
Those are like tents.
Oh, just tents. Okay,
Saw.
that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some of those little like some of those are built into like the inn. It looks like a board or something.
Yeah. That's these. But I
Yeah.
was referring to all of
Yeah.
these fucking things,
And those
which
are
each one you
individual- yeah,
put
those
down
are-
individually.
Yeah, those are individual tents that I could do a scatter tool to kind of like create an area with the density, and I kind of just combed it over.
Yeah, but
after I
even
filled in
still,
and then
you
just tried to get like ones that
madman.
were overlapping.
All right,
You're
sorry, I
pretty
keep
bad.
cutting off the DM.
Okay, so you the 2-story inn looks very welcoming. If you let yourselves in, you can approach the bar in the eating area, which appears to be the main, the majority of the lower level. There isn't like a front desk at the inn. It's just the bartender behind a bar. And this lovely human female, probably in her mid to late 40s, behind the bar with, stuff and doing her thing. And there's only 1 or 2 people in here. It is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so lunch is over. Dinner's not really starting yet. And she's wiping stuff down and washing out some mugs. And she looks up and greets you. Oh, welcome to Art Glass. How you doing there? And welcome. Please come on in, have a seat. You can take a table. You can sit here at the bar. Is there something I can get for you?
What exactly does this woman look like?
She's just a rotund, mid-40s human female, long, hanging down and sort of bunched up at the bottom with a braid in the last 8 inches of hair. The braid just sort of bumping into the middle of her low back as she walks.
Okay. So Maya will walk up and just like, hi, I don't know if you know Jean, from Dybrook, but she had this really good booze. And she said she got it from somewhere in Art Glass.
Okay, well, I don't know anyone named Jean, and I'm personally not familiar with a place called Dry Book, but if you got really good booze and it's from Ardglass, it is definitely Baldylocks. Would you like some?
Yes.
Great. How many would that be? Looking at the group.
Yeah,
take
one
one.
more. One more.
5. Unless somebody's having one.
Sammy, you gotta try this stuff. Wait,
We about to get fucked
she
up.
old enough to drink?
Oh yeah,
Put her on your chest.
Foggy doesn't normally drink, and he's buying a bottle. Rivalry is needed. I do not.
I just
care
want
how
to be
much a
sure
bottle
we're on
is.
the same page. You just asked me for 6 of these?
We're flush,
Uh,
at least right now.
that's a full 6 gold pieces. Are you sure?
Oh yeah. And then
Naps will put in for Samity.
Yeah, no.
Alrighty then, and she
Foggy's
pulls
dropping a
out
gold.
6 very tiny glasses, and ceramic cups,
Ooh.
like shot glass size, very tiny cups, and she lines them up on the bar. She pulls this big square glass bottle, red wax all on the top, looking very much like her
Maker's.
fancy ass Jack Daniels.
Maker's Mark stuff, yeah.
And and rips off the wax and pulls out a cork. And you're sure of this?
I mean,
I mean,
you have
be prepared now. Have you had it before?
no, but
I mean,
do you
I
have the big
have
Only
one?
more.
Rasa and Mayev.
Hey, do I have what?
Yes, and Rasa was passed out cold. This is going to be great.
Do you have the big boy glasses?
Well,
Couldn't
that
help but
could get
notice this little
expensive.
teacup you gave me.
It could get quite expensive, sir. Why don't you give it a taste first and determine just how expensive your tastes are?
Fair
And then
enough.
she'll pour the 6 little cups and let you take them from the bar.
What was
Anybody who
the-
consumes
He's gonna cast
That-
enhance ability Constitution on himself.
I think Ashley West was trying to ask a question.
What was the advice that Maev and Russell were given? Hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. I'm trying to remember.
Rasa would not remember.
I think my
Anybody else remember?
I have my.
Because
I
you'll get
remember I
you'll
screwed
get
up.
advantage on the roll if
Didn't
you.
I breathe out my nose and I was like, oh, jeez. I don't know.
Can I try to remember? Like, can I do a?
Street check? You bet.
I'm sorry.
History
Was,
check
you were saying
away.
this was 6 gold for the 6 shots, or 6 gold apiece?
Natural 20
gold
history
each.
check to remember the advice.
One gold each.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's 1 gold each
Okay,
per
that's fine.
shot. And the natural 20 history check, Maev like thrusts her hands out over the cups and says, wait. And she will remind you all that it's important that you take a very, very big deep breath before you get that cup anywhere near your face. And then you knock back the whole thing, swallow it, and then exhale as slowly as humanly possible.
Cat.
She remembers exactly how to drink this booze.
Yeah, she's been excited for this.
Before I
Okay.
knock mine back and get completely fucked up, I'm gonna ask the lady, how much does a bottle of this stuff run?
But it's 200 gold pieces per bottle. Now, if you buy, if you're merchants and you're buying in bulk, I can make you a deal on a barrel.
A barrel of bottles?
A
No, a barrel
that
of the
you would
fluid.
dispense into
A
bottles.
barrel of this at the locked up at the Waywards.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I like that idea, but we don't have a way to get it home. The opening of our bag of holding won't fit the barrel. The opening of our bag of holding is going to be way too fucking small for a whole barrel. Oh, are we getting a cart before we leave here?
We were talking about it. But
Oh, yeah,
We can
then
talk
yeah,
about
duh.
it
I'll
after
shut my fucking mouth.
When we're hungover?
Okay. Did you say any of this out loud before taking a drink?
This was all.
This
just
is
before
conversation
we
that happens before
asked
we
how much
drink.
a bottle would be.
Okay,
Snaps
so
is still
someone
holding the
asked,
cup.
you're holding the cup. You've asked about how much does it cost if I want to buy a whole bottle. She's responded, if you want to buy it in bulk in a barrel. If anybody said something about the size of a barrel, she would hold up a barrel. It's a cask that holds the equivalent of probably 6 bottles.
Okay.
So it's not a barrel.
So it's roughly 6 of these, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
cool.
Grog's barrel used to have it
Gotcha.
in their bag of holding.
Okay.
How much does a barrel run?
Well, if you buy more than 1 barrel, I'll give them to you for 1,000 gold apiece.
Fuck.
Didn't know.
we'll talk about it.
Lucrative.
Okay.
All right, guys. Deep breath in. We throw it back, and then we breathe out real slow.
And the bartender is like, yes, really, really slowly. As slow as you can. Through the mouth. Try and gently blow me off the bar.
Okay, I'm doing the thing.
I need Constitution saving throws. Everybody gets advantage on this first one because you did it right.
No, Ross is under the table.
God damn it.
Snaps is blessing herself before she takes the drink. Okay, saving throw.
18 for dusk.
10.
Asa is immediately unconscious.
Oh.
Literally face plants on the bar.
That sounds
22.
about right. Second time in a row with this stuff.
You
I think
bitch!
you got to have 2 shots last time. This time, no. Out cold. And you will have 1 level of exhaustion in the morning.
Oh,
goody.
fuck.
This is good shit.
So we are fighting.
When she goes into the
Much
fighting
later.
pit, she will have 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, that's really bad. Yikes.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
this is fine.
So I'm going to start here with the order that our cameras are because it'll make it easier for me. Snaps, what was your roll?
23.
23.
Fuck.
You are fine. You feel warm sensation burn, and then as you exhale, it starts to burn a little bit. And then by the time you've let out all your air, it's really uncomfortable. But then you get a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling.
This is just a happy, lightly drunk, goofy
Just
little
on,
cat.
yeah. Like you've had 4 martinis. You're not drunk, but you're getting there. It's been a lovely day.
She's throwing out way more finger guns than usual.
Alrighty, Dusk, what'd you roll?
18.
Okay, you're good. You're good. Just warm, comfortable. Maiev.
22.
22? You're fine. It didn't even touch you. You're like, okay, ready, rack 'em up. Let's have another one.
Oh, pretty much.
Augie,
21.
21. You're doing great. As the one guy who doesn't ever drink booze, Augie's doing great.
Well, he
Crazy
doesn't
that
drink
is.
booze for personal reasons.
Yeah.
You know,
So there you go.
drunk werewolf is not exactly smart.
Who's rolling for Samity?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck!
Augie do it.
I'll roll for her. I got this. What's her con save mod? +0, I assume?
Probably.
Cool.
Mm,
Commoner.
yeah, she's a commoner. I don't know. He rolled.
Died.
15.
I was gonna say.
She did better than me.
Yeah, but she's really uncomfortable and having a little trouble identifying where her butt and the seat meet.
Oh, boy.
She's having a little trouble
Pulling out of this chair.
finding.
Am I falling out of this chair?
Yes. Just not sure if I have successfully sitted yet. Am I sitted? Did I sit? I need to sit. Foggy, can you help me?
You got this. You got this. You're okay.
My nose is hot.
Okay. And he just gently, trying not to be offensive, just takes both of her hands and just places them on the sides of her seat. Those can just sit right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There you go.
Just
Okay,
shot
so-
glass away from
Yep.
You're all
I do not let her take a
taking-
second one.
Okay. So anybody who still seems rather alert and aware and conscious and together, she'll introduce herself. It's nice to have you all here. Are you merchants? Are you interested in making a purchase for trade or just visiting the town? Maybe you're interested in the new fighting pit.
Yes.
Well, I'm Wen Gilly. Is there anything I can tell you? I can tell you all about the fighting pit. It's new. Or Orgund, my husband. It was his idea. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what that looks like. So much cooler in here now. What'd you do? So my husband Jorgun, he built that fighting pit. He's very excited about it. He's hoping that our little town will eventually become a destination. People to choose to come here for reasons other than just picking up the Baldilocks. Because yes, the entire family does. We succeed quite. It's pretty much our entire income is the Baldilocks. And, we buy what we need from the merchants that pass through. But wouldn't it be nice if we had some more than just the one general store, And so Jorgen's thinking that we could just build a whole... Have you ever heard of a place called Salt End Landing?
Oh, yeah, it's the
Way,
southern end
way
of this
south of
continent,
here.
yeah?
Yeah. It's a pretty nice city. I mean, it's small, but it's really nice. And, they got big docks there. And And you know, it's a nice place to be, and people do real well there, and we'd like that to be what our place is like. We want people to come here on purpose, not just pass through.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
did you
well-
And-
say that they have big ducks?
Docks are where the boats come. Yes. No, the boats. Big ships. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure you got it. Yep.
Yep.
And she'll lean over toward
good.
my Ev. Maybe he doesn't need another one.
I do, and we definitely came here on purpose. Just so
Came
you
here
know,
on
you
purpose?
tell your husband
This is
it's already in the works. People are coming here on purpose.
We took the scenic route.
so you came, but are you merchants just passing through, or did you come here specifically for the pits?
We came here
Booze
specifically.
and pit.
Yeah, two
Booze
things:
and
booze
pits.
and pits.
Oh, this okay, but you're not merchants. You're actually here for the pits, because Jorgen will want to know.
Oh yeah,
He's going to.
and
be
he
very glad
audibly
to hear
cracks
this.
his
I'm very
knuckles.
happy. If you run into Jorgen at any point during your visit, please make sure you mention it to him. And if you do, if you're spending the night, I will give you a discount on the room.
Well, and she looks over at Rasa, who's now probably drooling on the bar top. We'll probably be staying the night.
Yeah.
Right. The rooms are normally 2 gold pieces per room. There's 2 beds in each room. But I'll give it to you for 1 gold piece each room if you promise to find my husband and tell him that you came here specifically for the pits. Wouldn't hurt if you told his dad. His dad is
We'll do just
Baldy. Archibald Scuholland. That's who you're really looking for. If you could tell Archibald Scuholland, you tell him that you came here specifically for the pits, I will be sure you get 1 gold apiece. Will you make that effort?
That we can do.
Great. How many rooms?
Like 2
1,
beds a room?
2 beds per room.
3 rooms.
3 rooms, 3 gold pieces.
Snaps will hand over 3 gold pieces.
Great.
She'll probably hand out 4 because, yeah,
Great.
drink 4.
Drink. For
The
sure.
change.
You bet. I sure will. Thanks so much for the tip. Okay. And so you want another one of these? It's another gold piece. And I think you and Foggy both want another one before you move on. What are you doing?
Do
I'm
I want
definitely
a
not
second
gonna-
one. Foggy's
I'm
genuinely
gonna-
weighing the risk. Yeah,
I'm
I'll take a
gonna-
second one.
I'm gonna slide 4 gold. I'm gonna cover Foggy for this one, and I'm gonna tip her.
Snaps is
So
gonna
you're
pass. She's
tipping
gonna
her
look
2
at
gold?
Rasa and
Yeah.
Samity and say no.
We took Samity's cup so that
Yeah,
she doesn't have
Samity's not allowed to have another one.
was asleep.
All right. So it's just the 2 of you having a second one.
And he
Correct?
makes dead eye contact with Maev. For the record, this is not turning into a contest, no matter how I feel after it. This is my last one. Just so you're aware. Just so you're aware.
All right, fuck.
Well, no longer advantage on the Constitution saving throw because you might forget how to breathe.
Oh, goody! Here we go!
Sarah is so ready for bed. She's even standing.
No, we've got a kid that's awake.
Mm.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
What you got there, Maev?
11.
Out cold. Face
my
plant on the bar.
+7.
Plack.
18.
Say it again.
18. 1-8.
You are feeling a little bit like dusk, but you are conscious and just a little loopy. Just a little loopy. Like it's probably not a good idea to do that again.
All right.
So now you have an unconscious Maev and an unconscious Rasa, both of whom will have 1 point of exhaustion in the morning.
Oh, boy.
Snaps is gonna start trying to work them one at a time upstairs.
Yeah.
I will attempt
Wingale-
to... you first.
And Gully is going to tell you that in the morning, you should make them drink either some deep stout or Can't remember. I thought I had flavored water on the menu. I will look it up before our next visit. I think flavored water or deep stout for breakfast would be a good idea for these unconscious folks.
All right. We'll do
I can't
that.
remember what exhaustion does, but that at least will help a bit.
Okay.
I'll probably put Rasa and Maev in the same room, and I'll share a room with Samity, and just hope I don't, die and talk to my goddess while she's sharing a room with me.
Yeah, that would be really scary for her. Cool. Yay.
We'll probably do this in the morning, but I do have a question for you, ma'am.
Yes?
Unless I just see one on the way towards our rooms, in which case I will feel dumb for having asked this. A place to bathe?
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be doing that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, dear. There's lots of people's been bathing before you. But if you come in the morning and go to that end and outside, there's the bathhouse.
Okay.
You'll
Yeah,
want to
well,
do that bright and early in the morning.
We'll hit that
right,
bright and early.
bright and early in the morning, yeah.
Deep
Gotcha.
stout, and then bathhouse, and then talk to Archibald.
Yes, that is our
See
morning.
if you can find Archibald. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Oh, by the
Alright.
way, each shot also reduced your intelligence score by 1 until morning. Each shot. So Maev got really stupid too.
Oh boy.
Alrighty, so you all will wake up in the morning and we'll head off to the fighting pit in the morning then.
Right.
Just for record-keeping purposes, I will tell you, Ardglass is a town that sprang up around the farm of one Archibald Scuhollen and his wife Cricket. Aldi and Cricket have 5 adult children, all of whom have stayed nearby and are also farming corn for the use in production of this grain alcohol. The extended family runs several stills in the area, and they produce the practically toxic stuff at a rate of around 30 barrels per year. But I think they're full-size barrels. I'll have to do that math. They make a pretty good living as a town, just off the booze. There's a thick red wax seal over the cork, and the name of the booze is Baldy Locks, because it locks up your brain if you drink too much of it, and Archibald goes by the name Baldy.
Okay.
And the production of the entire town is generally sold to traveling merchants who take it down to Salt End Landing for export to other continents where they can sell it for a higher value. And recently, if you talked to Wengeli again, she will tell you that in addition to the pits, Jorgen has also tried to and recently begun construction of smaller docks in Crowless, because it's by the water. And he's trying to get their product to Salt End Landing for shipping faster.
Oh.
There you go. That's everything you would have learned in this little tavern before you went to sleep.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
You found the town.
I guess at this point I will say everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Say goodbye to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
We'll
Sorry
stop
we
the recording.
talked so long and did so much stuff on the way.
Sorry.
I
Yeah.
really
Have a
did
clear
expect when I
plan.
decided we were going to do fast travel, just don't need any rolls, just find your way, everything's fine, 8 hours, move on, 8 hours, move on. No, that didn't happen. Y'all had
We
too much
all-
chit-chatting to do.
Talked anyway.
Boomer.
It would have taken
Okay.
longer with encounters. And
Boomer.
now we have a plan for next time. We have
Indeed.
next time all set out.
Alrighty. Goodbye,
And
YouTube.
the pit is probably all we will be able to get done
Oh,
next
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
pit.
Next session
Gonna
is
use up our whole
entirely
time.
pit. but it's fine.
And booze.
No more booze.
I have to buy booze. I have to bring booze.
You have to
back
buy
John.
booze. Yes, you have to buy booze for Jean. Yes.
Bo Vinicus will be ready.
Oh boy. All right.
All
Good
the
night,
Fire
you two.
Queen is ready.